What's up, everyone? Trying to do something here, but I'm not gonna have time
Moving to
for
the heart
it.
of the ship, this area is kind of like really dominated by those 10 sci-fi bombs. And then
Actually, I think
you
I
go
know
straight
how to
into
do
engineering
this.
where you find the rest of the ship components that it needs.
Give me a second, guys.
Up front, we've got a completely fully featured habitation area, suit lockers, weapon lockers, pod beds, everything you're going to need. And then right at the cockpit, we've had a two-pilot cockpit, and I think the Crusader engineers have done a fantastic job of putting everything that the pilot needs right at their fingertips. So, you know, in the heat of battle, you kind of
How's
might just
everyone
eke out that
doing today,
advantage.
though?
Exterior-wise, it's classic Crusader. We've got our recessed weapons. We've got our rear-mounted remote turret. And then underneath is all business. We've got the missile racks and we've got the big bomb bays.
There we go.
And I think overall, you know, Crusader have done it again. They've done a amazing job of packaging something that's like super feature rich and something stylish, sleek.
I think this is what
looks
should be
fast,
going out
but
onto
still
the
super
stream.
aggressive.
Hello, welcome
And then
everyone. We're going to watch a
here
little bit of
is one
Citizencon
last
here.
look. Oh, why not? Okay, that was one last look of the interior.
Just getting set up. I was trying to do something, trying to figure
so
it
we have
out.
a really
but-
cool cutaway that you half saw. I'm sure we can show you that again later.
So for the
If you like
the
what you
A1
saw there,
Spirit,
that is available now on
big
that
ship,
link,
two small
and
components.
A QR
Which has
code there
size
that
two ship.
hopefully takes you to the right place. So that is available in Alpha 321, which went live Thursday. I've honestly lost track of time the last few days. So yeah, that's the current.
Okay, I'm getting.
Let's talk about something
So,
a bit further in the
apologies
past.
here, guys. I have to.
So, we have a timeline
something
here
very quick.
from. We have a timeline
Pause that,
here.
pause that,
from- We have a
Oh my God,
timeline
I'm in
here
Inception.
today.
I'm in Inception. I'm in Inception.
Inception. Starting with RSI in the very near future. Going all the way
super
through
apologies there.
to Mirai, which is this year in game. And over that,
I apologize.
we have some very old ships, ships that people think are quite old. We have the Hornet, we have the Aurora, and we have the Gladius. However,
That was terrible.
as you can see, there is quite a gap from the current
one
day
second,
to
guys.
these old ships. So let's talk about one that is a bit older than that. So, the RSI Zeus.
Oh no, I need to see this.
So in 2130, hold on. In 2130, RSI
just
made some
reading.
major kind of advancements in quantum technology.
Start seeing some gameplay.
They developed, or they released, the first ship that was kind of available to the mass market that had quantum
I
capability.
swear I'll be done here in a second.
This kind of mid-range explorer really put RSI at the kind of forefront of ship development. Now, it was a really good thing, you know, it really kind of boosted them as a company, but it wasn't kind of all good. The original RSI Zeus had some major issues with its hull integrity. That being said, there's always kind of been this demand for RSI to release the Zeus.
Almost done.
It's kind of had this cult following that's grown up over the years.
If they release the Zeus, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind.
I'm kind
currently
of
wearing the
very
Zeus suit.
happy to announce today that RSI has grown up over the years. Taken that challenge on board.
No way.
They've developed a whole new vehicle that is designed to ferry a whole new generation of travelers across our universe. Visually, it's something that pays
Take my money,
homage back
CIG.
to the original Zeus, and something that's really is justified to have that name. And I'm even happier to say it exceeds all current safety standards and all our current
There we
ship
go.
production techniques.
Shit. Something on
So,
this.
do you want to have a look at the all-new RSI Zeus Mark II? Okay then. Here it
All
is.
right. Ew.
So,
Please
we
tell me
are
this is
gonna
a
hand
meme.
over to Elwin and Mark to go through this, and you can see there's three of them there.
The
So we're
hell
going
is
to do a bit
this?
of a deeper dive onto these three ships now.
Is this a meme?
Over to Mark and Elwin.
Let's give them a welcome. Come on, let's go, let's go.
Am I being memed on here by CIG? This looks
Hello
not
everyone,
good.
my name is Mark Gibson. I'm the lead vehicle content designer at Cloud Imperium Games.
And I'm Owen Bachelor.
Is it just me, Pork Chop, or do these ships look like a meme?
And I'm Owen Bachelor, vehicle architect.
Yeah, they look like a meme.
Yeah, I thought they looked like
What do
a
you guys
meme.
think?
And what are you saying? Tags didn't say it?
They do look like a meme. They do look like a meme.
Awesome. All right, well, let's take some time now and take a look at this classic RSI design and see how we've reimagined.
Yeah, I was looking at you
So,
set up the stream,
when we
and
decided
your
we wanted to
tags and
tackle
Star
this,
Citizen game
we had to
type
consider
options. They
what
didn't
direction
say
RSI
when you
would
clicked
take
on
it
them.
in if we were going to do
Oh, wow.
But
We couldn't
yeah,
just
whatever.
Sure,
remake
it's
the
fine.
original Zeus because although it was obviously
Bridgie,
a
if you wanna
massive
jump
piece
over
of
to me, you can
history,
now.
all it was really used was transporting and moving around. So we had to consider exactly what we wanted to do with the ship. In the end, we decided to go for 3 variants, allowing you to pick which way you want to actually play the game. So what we're going to do is talk
we
about
get
those
to the jump
variants
point,
that we
do we?
decided on in the end, and go into
Are
a
we
bit more
going
detail
fully
with
in,
them.
or are we going where it's just in
First
the
of all,
Well,
background?
just
we have
make
the
it like
ES.
visually look cool, I
The
guess.
ES is the essential. It's the long-range exploration version of the Zeus.
How's it look right now out that
It's
window?
designed to let you go out for a long time and explore the universe.
I could jump closer, but
I don't know, just like get to where
Next
all
up,
the like
we have the
signs
Mark.
are and everything for
The
Pyro.
Mark is the bounty hunter version. This is there for you so you can actually
I guess these
go out,
are not a
find your
meme.
targets
but
and bring them back.
I
It's
don't
also
know, I
been
like- kinda like the
purposely
shape, I guess.
outfitted so that you have all the tools that you need to disable,
That picture just looks
capture,
like a meme.
and bring them home.
it did.
Finally, the last version we're going to talk about
It's
is
giving me
the
like
CL,
small
the Clipper.
Perseus vibes.
Might be a name people are familiar with if they
It's
know
giving
much
me,
about
like,
maritime.
pancaked,
This is the cargo version of the Zeus Mark II.
T8.
This is designed
Right.
so that you can move your goods around the universe.
Of the 3 variants, the Zeus
It looks like a
Essential is the one
meme.
that harkens back
I see
to
myself
most
flying
of the
your
original
stream backwards in
design
your stream.
With
Yeah.
the original white
Yeah.
on black
I don't know if
job
the angle's
and
the best
vertical
angle, but-
stabilizers. We also worked to maintain the silhouette of the original, but brought that forward to modern day RSI design with tons of technical detail and layered panels. And on the underside, the landing
wish I
gear
could-
and
I'm
the
gonna stop moving
underslung
ar- stop
turret,
moving around this
as
ship.
well as the entrance.
I wish I could,
entrance ladder. Fold in
So
perfectly
I
flush,
can't go
leaving
third
behind a
person on the
super
ship
smooth
anymore.
Underbelly,
Like, look
just like the
outside of it.
original design.
Maybe
Probably
if you
all
get
see what the
in,
inside
into
looks
like a
like.
turret or something,
let's have a
some
closer
kind
look.
of piloted
It's not what
seat.
I want.
Despite
I know. Let me see if I can.
the
I
sleek
can't
and
either. Not from
slim
this seat.
body of the Zeus,
Alright,
we've been able to
so,
tackle the
these
input
ships,
to give everything you need when you're
interesting.
doing the deep space exploration. You have a fairly comfortable habitation and recreation area.
I don't know how
so
sold
that
I
when
am
you're
on
out
them
away
yet.
from home, it's not too unpleasant.
I gotta turn up
In addition
the
to
sound
that,
a little
the
bit.
rear room has a 32 SU cargo capacity, as well as being able to fit a cyclone, so if you do decide to land on our planet, you can have a look around. Talking about the loadout, it's a ship designed for 3 crew. It comes with 4 size 2 shield generators,
4 size
2
2.
size 2 power plants, 2 size 2 coolers, and 2 size 4 pilot-controlled weapons. And obviously the lower
This
turret that I
thing's
mentioned earlier is a
weird.
size 3 remote turret.
A little.
Now, the Zeus Mark was always designed from the beginning to be a sleek and aggressive bounty hunter.
Where's
As
Frizz
such,
at?
the black paint will help you stay hidden in the shadows
The
until
black
you're ready
paint
to strike.
helps you stay hidden. Well,
We
what's with all the
also
yellow
redesigned
on
the
it?
spine in order to embed an EMP
And the bright blue.
and
There's
a
an
quantum
EMP on
dampener, which allows us on the art side to really crank up the level of detail on the exterior. We've also added a second remote turret on the top.
Looking at the interior of the Mark, you see that the habitation's taken a little bit of a hit. It moved forward, but what we've been able to add in exchange for that is a massive armory. Let you take all the different weapons and
I like
equipment
the
you might
armory.
need while you're tracking your target along the verse. Looking into
Yeah,
the
the
rear,
armory
we
is
actually
nice.
have a dedicated area just for the actual bounty hunter pods, similar to what you'll see in the Cutlass Blue. So you can stack up the pods and take multiple people back with you.
Okay.
It has less SCU than the ES. It only has 16 SCU. And it does have a different loadout with the components, only having 3 size 2 shield generators.
Ah, this thing has a lot
Like
of
Alan
health.
said, it does have a top
4
mounted
size 2
forward-facing
shield
turret
generators sounds
so that
wild
you can put
on
the
the
pressure on the
what the
target as
hell?
you're chasing them. The EMP and QD drive are designed to stop the target escaping once you've caught up with them.
They're not change. Oh, I
Now,
didn't.
because the Zeus Clipper focuses on hauling cargo, we've decided to lean into the industrial
Damn it, I have to
aesthetic.
change that one.
We've covered the exterior with a warning strip paint job, and we've covered the exterior with more technical detail and armor plating. In addition to that, it comes with a remote tractor beam, which is mounted on the rear to the side of the ramp
to make it easier to haul cargo in and out of the cargo hold. We've also added thrust capacity to the base of the wings.
As you can see, there is an absolutely massive rear to it compared to the others. The habitation areas have been massively pushed so that you don't get much space, but we can get way more cargo in. It actually has 4 times the cargo capacity of the S, coming in at 128 SUs of cargo. This one also features 3 size 2 shield generators, and like Al mentioned, it has a size 3 tractor beam to make it much easier to get those cargo containers in and out as you're actually playing. What do you think?
What do you think of this ship? Oh, I'm unmuted. What do you think of this ship, Porcha?
So, last year, we introduced the Spirit. And if anyone that may be playing on live for the last couple of days might have seen the new ship adding to the verse, the A1. We hope to follow a similar route with the Zeus, where we announce it today, and then in about a year's time, ready to reveal to the public to actually play with. But this isn't just a concept.
Oh my God,
we're not
really?
just going to show you some images. The Zeus is actually in active white box development right now. Do you just want to have a look? Shall we?
Mid.
Okay.
All right, fine. I'll launch this to another server.
All right. So as you guys have seen,
We
with
should
the
all wake
Spirit
up at
and with
Tressler.
the many ships we've released thus far, our ships can, when they're finished, look absolutely gorgeous. But before any of them get
Pretty
to that
well.
point, they have to go through a very specific development
This
process.
new
and this
Zeus
is the first stage in that process.
rip-off
We call
ship.
this white box.
I don't know if I'm
At this
sold
point,
on it. I
we've
don't
taken
hate
the concept, ripped it to shreds,
But
and
it
then
looks like a
reassembled
baby
it and
Perseus.
plugged it all back together within the editor so that we can get a real good look at what players are going to see when they finally get this game. At this stage, with the Zeus, we've already ripped out all the thrusters, we've ripped out the landing gear, the turret, the seats, the beds, all of the interior spaces, plugged those guys back in, and we have what you see here.
I kind of like it.
It looks like a baby Perseus, so like I kind of like the shape.
So again,
I'm just
the
not
beginning of
entirely
the
sold on
process.
like the 3 versions.
At this point, we're able to jump
If anything,
in,
maybe the bounty
start
hunter
throwing in
version, but still it's
cargo,
not that good. It's almost 2
interacting
size
with
4
doors,
guns.
getting in and out of beds, maybe in and out of toilets,
If it had 4 size 4s, I'd be sold immediately.
and just getting an overall sense of what it feels like to interact with the vehicle. And it is very common that in this stage, we will make some adjustments from the original plan. As an example, on this ship, we've just made the decision to expand the center corridor, add a little bit more space to the rooms. And as a result, that's gonna make it much smoother experience for players to traverse the interior of the ship, as well as for AI to traverse the interior of the ship. We've also expanded the main airlock that leads to the enter-exit ladder. And up here in
I'm
the
at Microtech.
cockpit, we've
Oh, yeah?
separated the
Where
co-pilot
you
seats
at?
a tad bit just to
Yeetus?
allow players to get in and out a little easier.
Give me a
So
second.
with White Box, not the prettiest stage in the process, but it is essential that we nail this because it means we'll be able to deliver a beautiful ship that is also extremely fun to play.
It needs... The shields is crazy on it. Crazy amount of shields. It needs more weapons. Like
It does. It needs more.
It has the weapons of a Talon. Like, what the fuck is this?
So that was the RSI Zeus in the 3 variants. Obviously, as the screen says behind me, it's available now on the Star Citizen website. You all follow that
Alright,
URL
time to-
or the QR code behind me.
Time to go actually look at what
Now,
these
we've just
variants
talked
are
about
all
the ship
about.
with the longest legacy in the universe. It was the first ship with the quantum travel. Let's change pace a little bit and talk about a much newer ship.
Just get on RSI's
We're going
website
to talk
here.
about the Cutter.
The Cutter. Oh, these are the Cutter variants.
Good little ship.
It's a regular cutter with a
obviously,
spoiler
Yeah,
last year,
man.
and
IE,
a
Crazy.
we unveiled the Cutter
with a little computer
and
in it.
You
That doesn't
guys
work
seem
yet.
to love it. Some interesting information about it. It was actually the single most popular straight-to-flight ready ship we've ever released. You guys really, really liked it. In addition to that, it's actually the best-selling Drake ship to date. But what people didn't know, and we kept a very good guarded secret that no one managed to figure out, no one, it was always meant to be a family of 3. Now, what everyone is already familiar with is the base. That's the version that's out in the universe right now that you're already enjoying. What we're going to do today, though, is we're going to talk about the next variant in the family, the Scout.
Is a radar edition of fucking.
All right, let's just take a minute.
I guess it's a
and
cheap
sort of
terrapin
enjoy the
is what they're
incredible
going
work
for,
that the art team
maybe?
has done, pushing this guy out.
When Marcus stole the developers on Microtech was amazing.
Yeah. Let's see. Can you upgrade to these new Zeus ships? There's only like a
It has a
purchase. on the
spoiler.
thing.
When the original when the original cutter was released, it helped us to refine the Drake aesthetic. And now with the variants, we'll be able to add a unique identity to each version.
That you can't.
On the Scout,
you can't
we've
upgrade
decided
to these ships.
to
It's
replace
just
the main
a
thrusters with a dual
standalone
thruster
ship.
system.
From what I see.
And you'll see here we've also added a radar dish to the top, which relates directly to the scanning gameplay that comes with this ship. In addition to that, we have a series of exterior bottom modifications to just push that flavor a little bit further. And you'll see here a transition between
I
the
love that it's
default
got
and
the,
the Scout, so you can clearly see the differences.
300 series spoiler on the back of it.
Yeah, it does.
It's interesting. It changed the thrusters to 2 thrusters on those outsides than 1.
It would be probably good if it was more maneuverable.
Yeah, it's supposed to be more maneuverable. It's supposed to be.
IAE.
On the interior, we've
There's an
expanded
IAE
the rear
version.
section of the ship in order to include a dedicated standing scanning station, which will show up here in a second. Along
They
with
really
that,
put
we've also
scanning
increased the
in the
space
game.
in the rear to house the larger
right,
components
where are
that
we
are
meeting at?
necessary to support that gameplay.
I'm at Tressler.
Now, expanding the rear did
They're
encroach
cheap,
into the
man.
habitation,
These
but we
new
were able
Zeus
to
ships are cheap.
rearrange the components in that
Where are they?
room so that nothing was lost in the transition. And on the cockpit,
How much
it's
are
the
they?
same cockpit that you all know and
135.
love from the original cutter.
Yeah, that's a good price, honestly.
From this view, you'll more clearly see the shift that
Oh,
we
wait,
had
there's
to make
the
in
three
the rear
different
in order
versions. They
to
get more
support the
expensive.
gameplay that we're trying to achieve.
Yeah. What version were you looking at? The Clipper?
I don't know
We're
what
really
it's
proud
called.
of what the team has done with this ship,
me
and
look.
we hope you like the Scout as much as we do.
So,
More details, please.
obviously, we've just introduced the Scout. What are the main differences between the base? It is a variant, after all. So, the first big difference is the radar. It has a size 2 radar, and to supply that, it comes with a size 2 power plant and a size 2 cooler. Getting tripped on my own words. As well as the dedicated scan terminal that Elwin mentioned earlier. Obviously, as you saw,
I
habitation
think
got
this is
a
going to
little
be
bit
good to go
cozier.
with like a mole crew.
And unfortunately, it has lost 2 SU compared to the base, so it only has 2 SU cargo capacity instead of the 3. Now, what we also want to do is talk a little bit more about the future of scanning, if people are interested to hear about that. So what is the future of scanning? We'll touch on it lightly. At the moment, there are 2 main ways for you to interact with the scanning gameplay loops. The first one's obviously the scan, and the second one's the ping system. Both of these are going to be merged into a single system known as a scan wave.
170 for
When you
the
send the scan wave out,
Bounty
if you
Hunter
get any
one.
successful pings, what will happen is it will
think it's
immediately
Bounty Hunter
populate
one.
your HUD with an AR marker, giving you information about what you've been
the
able
black
to
one?
scan, as well as starting to give you
Yeah.
far more interesting information than you get now, rather than just the name of the ship. The underlying system will work on the signature system, similar to what it does today. And there are 2 main scans. There is the quick scan. The quick scan is just a low version of it. It has a very small impact on your own signal output. So if you want to stay a little bit more covert and potentially not be seen, looking
Alright,
at
I
something
crashed
you shouldn't,
again.
you can use
Yeah, I'm
that
just
one
watching
instead.
watch
The
this.
main benefits are small increase in your actual passive detection range, as well as being able to detect things that maybe are a little fainter than you should be able to see. This has a decent amount of cutting through interference, but not
talking about-
phenomenal. The other version is
cutters.
the charge scan. The charge scan is
Cutter
the big scan. Now,
versions.
this will actually allow you
Yeah.
to detect things up to quantum boost range, which is way, way further than the current passive detection range. And not only that,
Okay,
But
here.
it'll actually drop a marker
They added
allowing you
those.
to jump.
Those
straight to
ships
that
are 45
location,
meters
whatever
long.
it is that you found.
Oh shit, what? He's gonna add a marker?
Now,
I'm looking at.
you don't want to be jumping in blind. And as I said, it's going to give you way more
what's this
information than it did before. Some examples, but
45
not limited to
meters.
this, are things like whatever it is it charging a quantum drive? Is it firing? Is the shields generating? Does it have any shields? Is it perhaps charging an EMP? Maybe it's got a snare up trying to catch you. It gives you that additional information so you can make the decision whether you actually want to get to that location. That's just a brief glimpse into the future of scanning and what our vision is for it. Right now, the Cutter Scout is actually in 321. It's available. If you go to that address or go to our website, QR code, it's actually in the universe right now. You don't need to wait for a patch for that. I've been Mark.
And I'm Elwin. And before we
Dang.
step off, if you haven't had a chance to get one of these hats, this one in particular is signed by 7
Okay.
members of the ship development team.
EMP.
And if you want it, during the
quantum
meet and
dampener.
greet, if you
All
can
right,
tell
so
me the name of the 7 people
the
who
middle
signed
version
this, all of who are
is
in
pretty
attendance
cool
here, by the way,
because
today,
it has
the
a
first person to give me those
EMP
names
and a
gets to
quantum
keep it.
dampener.
Other than that, thanks, guys, and have a great SitCon.
Small hit for you. John Crew is one of those names. Well, fantastic, guys, everyone. We're going to hand you back to John and Ben. They've got a few more surprises for you.
It's pretty awesome. I bet you a lot of people will be excited for it.
Yeah.
Not quite my game loop. I like my cutlasses.
Right. So, as Mark said
Ginger
there,
ship
scanning
god.
stuff is coming in the future. We didn't show a lot of it because it does sort of turn up in some other teams' panels, and we didn't want to steal their glory a day early. So I highly recommend sticking around for both the UI one and the flight one tomorrow. So, we've talked about the past, we've talked about the present. Let's talk about the future.
All right, I'm at ASOP. Where are we meeting?
So here
We're
is
giving up on it.
a
Keep crashing.
big block of
Oh, gotcha.
squares that represents our backlog. So each one of these squares is a ship or a vehicle. All the light blue ones are all the ones we have released to date.
It was
all those
played
grey
on
ones
Star
are the ones that
Citizen
we
/ Cutter
have not
Scout,
done
right?
yet.
I'm going to go
Dark
up on the
blue
chandeliers.
ones are the ones that will be in your hands by the end of the year. So we have over 200 vehicles for us to support as a vehicle content team. For those of you that are trying to do the maths in your head right now, going, that's a wrong number. This includes every single vehicle that we've ever shown to you, whether that's in a Squadron 42 visual tease or like a trailer. Some of them are obviously Squadron exclusives. Some of them are going to be NPC exclusives.
I'm going to go AFK real quick. I'll be
We
right
still
back.
have to support them all. So every vehicle in the game, we have our hands on, and we do a lot of work. to support them for
128
you.
cargo in the cargo.
Not the only
variant
thing
of
we
that
do.
new
We obviously
ship.
introduce new content like the
That's
Mirai
worth it.
Fury.
Honestly,
Not bad.
I'd get the cargo
We
with it.
deliver previous promised content.
Has 2 size
And
4s.
size
as you'll
2,
see
size 3
today
turret.
and tomorrow, we do a lot of gameplay support.
tractor
So
beam.
obviously we help out. Ships are like the heroes of the game. You saw in the resource network engineering panel how that's going to impact ships. You will have seen, if you've been paying super close attention, some UI elements to do with maps. Stay tuned for that. We do all that. So we do a lot of work
So you can upgrade
across
into the
all
Scout,
aspects of
by
both
the way.
projects.
Yeah.
And to do all that, we need to do a few things.
Okay, yeah, so John's talked a bit about the backlog. I'm going to kind of take a little bit, how are we going to deliver this? So in April 2023, we actually kicked off a new ship team in our newest studio, Turbulent, based out of Montreal. Yeah, go Canada. So we've now got 5 artists, or vehicle artists, 1 vehicle designer, 1 embedded QA tester, and 1 producer. And that kind of gives us everything we need to start bringing content out of another location. And it also means that we now have kind of reps globally for the vehicle content team in all 5 of our studios. What's the really nice thing about that is it kind of opens up a new pool of kind of talent that we can pick from. And it should really help us to deliver some more content to the game. And you've actually just seen the first 2 ships out of that studio. So the Scout variant and the Zeus are both being developed by our Montreal team. Yeah, they're doing great. We're going to look a little bit more in depth at the kind of the art team and how we've grown over the years. You can see from this graph, this is our kind of like live numbers of how many vehicle artists we have dedicated to the project. You can see there's a nice trajectory going up. And you know, with more team members, that also means we get kind of like not just more people to throw at stuff, but we get more experience, we get more knowledge. And that's, you know, that allows us to kind of tackle our larger, kind of more complex ships. You will notice there in 2022, there is a little dip. And you know, unfortunately, when that happens, that has kind of real consequences on what we are able to do as a team. I think, you know, less people, so less power to put on stuff, but also some of that knowledge leaves us. With that leads us to have to make some kind of
I'm just looking at these ship
pretty
variants. You
hard
can
and
upgrade to
decisions
these new
about what we're working on.
ships. It's just you
And I
don't get any war bond
most
options.
recently, and probably
No,
most
which
well
makes
known,
sense.
is
Yeah.
the Bounty Merchantman. Yeah. Now,
The
we're going to
Bananu.
take a quick look at where we got to with the Merchantman, just to show where
Yeah,
we were
I'm in
up
a
to
commercial, which is
before that
great.
happened in 2022.
What's this? You gonna show some Bananu Merchantman stuff? Okay. Here it is, looking like it's in an in-game rendering situation.
That's pretty dope.
Oh man, I can't wait until I can fly by. Alright, I'm gonna go hop in a ship and go for a ride here in a second. Let's just keep that there. What's up, Glorified? How you doing? My bad, I had something blocking chat. Sidetrack trying to give CIG all my money.
Oh wow.
That's the engine, I'm pretty sure. Maybe the quantum or the gravity system, but I think it's the engine.
It looks like most of it is white box.
Yeah. It's like
Gray
half
box.
out of gray box, it looks like. It looks alien, but it still looks like reasonable enough where it doesn't look like weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like people who want something alien, there's something somewhat alien, but also for me where I just want like big capital ship that looks cool. Also that. That's the turret room. That thing's sick. It seems like a lot of wasted space for a turret, but whatever.
Full sense, man. It's a Bananu Merchantman. Who cares?
Yeah, I know. As long as the cargo room is huge, the quarters is deadly, it has its medical area. I hope there's a ball in captain's quarters, there's a marketplace. Checks all the boxes. Oh, actually, I realized something. I did that first. It looks like they're at least working on the Banu Merchantman. You know. It'd be amazing if they were like, and it's flyable. in pyro. I know it's not. It's just nice.
Go with the Lunar Matrix.
So that video shows, where we got up to with the merchantman. You can see we'd finished white box. We were kind of into grey box. Some areas were further than others. And I think one of the best things about working at a company like Cloud Imperium Games is that we're able to be pretty honest and pretty open with our development. One of the biggest questions we get is, what's up with the merchantman? Where is it? Why did it stop? And the merchantman brought a lot of unique challenges to us. It was a completely new art style, something that's very, very different from what we normally do with our human manufacturers. I think, we could have paused other ships. We could have moved some of our other artists onto the merchantman. But with the kind of exodus of our kind of senior team in 2022, we didn't just lose people, we lost a lot of the knowledge that went into building out that white box and really kind of delivering that art style. What we decided to do at the time is, rather than try and rush something out and just get something out to get it done, we looked at where we were, and for us, the most important thing was growing our team back up. We wanted to invest.
It's
in
shame
our
those
team
boys quit, because
and
we'd have
use our seniors and our kind of managers to help get us up to the point where we can tackle multiple large and capital ships at one time. I think the graph
Ship are you on,
kind
Dad?
of showed that
I'm grabbing the A1.
We've got
You
the
coming?
headrooms now, and now
Yeah,
it's
I'm coming with
about
you.
onboarding our new staff members. It's about skilling them up and getting them to the point. And I would absolutely love to be stood here on the stage and going, yeah, look at the merchantman, it's amazing.
hangar?
Like it's it's
8?
done.
8?
But we're not
Yep,
at that
should've
point
known.
just yet.
Last button
we do
pushed.
see all the comments. I do see all the notes about it, and I absolutely want to get this ship out and done. And we'll. Yeah, I just want to be open and honest as to where we are.
Oh god,
with
yeah.
the development.
If we're going out, I'm going out.
To add to that, it is
you guys
probably the most question
don't
I
know.
get asked
On a
at
mission.
any event, and I
Clients
really want
on
to
a
get it
ship,
done, get it out for you
and our
guys.
favorite rocket ship.
But we don't want to give you a half-baked thing. We want to give you a really great product that we can all be proud of, and it's delivered alongside gameplay. So,
I have no
let's talk about
spacesuit if we go.
something else quickly.
Yeah, I don't
So
plan
you
to
know.
go anywhere crazy.
So, Squadron 42 vehicles.
Okay. The what's it called?
How many of you have an Idris of some kind?
Yeah.
There's no reason for the
right.
Idris not to come out right now.
So,
Javelin.
we plan to deliver the Idris alongside the squadron, and that doesn't mean just the M. We're going to deliver the M,
shit.
the P, and the K kit
You're gonna
all
deliver
together
the
in
Idris
one delivery.
MP and the K kit all together.
Yeah.
But like, this means
Javelin
Squadron 42
owners, I'm
soon.
afraid,
I
you're gonna have
fucking
to wait a
hope.
bit longer after
got
that.
to be.
Is
It's got
obviously
to.
the biggest ship players can own, and we have recently looked at what is left to deliver on it. We've got plans. There will be modularity with it, and yeah, that will come after Squadron releases. And those of you who also have the Vandal Scythe, Glaive, Blade, after Squadron releases, you will also get the updated models as well for that.
Yo, even the bathroom in the A1 has a red light.
Right.
It does.
Next.
Okay, no kind of ship panel at
The
a
hell's the-
Citizencon event is
What
kind of done
is this?
without looking at what's coming up next. Previously, we used to do these kind of like silhouettes, but we kind of always felt they were a little bit predictable. We ended up just making most of them anyway. So last year we changed things up. We asked what manufacturer do we want to see make our next large mining ship, and you're going to see more about that at IAE next month.
Okay, IAE, they're
But again,
going to
this
show
year we
that
decided
RSI mining
just
ship.
to mix things up a little bit with
You know
how
it's
we want
coming
to
up.
deliver this. So you're about to see in a minute a video.
B.
It shows some ships you might recognise.
I think we need
Hopefully,
ground
It will
vehicles.
show you some that you don't recognise. But feel free to get on Spectrum afterwards, take a look, give us a guess at what you think they might be, because we'd love to hear your input.
We need a
I would
transport
just add
truck
to that
ground
as well.
vehicle.
Hey, Yedis,
We
come
aim
here.
to
Check this
deliver
out. Yedis.
everything you see in this video and more in the next 12 months.
Okay.
What's up?
Pay attention to
Hey,
that.
these
everything,
are,
everything in this video
walk,
is out in the
walk
next
in here,
12
man.
months.
It's climate controlled. Walk in there. Go inside there.
Okay, they're the like,
Turn around,
bikes.
look at me. Go back in there.
Alright, so these are the bikes. Oh, that's the links. Okay, I don't know what this thing is. Looks stupid. Okay, I might be interested. Looks like a Fury variant. Oh, that's the Legionnaire. It's the Legionnaire. I hope that comes out. Yeah, I see everyone getting excited. Is that Spirit ship? Looks like a Spirit ship. Retaliator fucking regular variant? No way. That's the Perseus. Is that the Perseus? Did I see a Perseus?
I don't know if you noticed, but there was quite a big ship at the end of that video.
Yeah.
And yeah, just to confirm, that is the Polaris.
Yeah.
Oh, Polaris, yeah. It looked, at first I was thinking of Perseus.
We've done a lot of talking. We'll do a bit more talking about it.
So yeah, okay. Just wanted to touch again on like, yeah, why are we doing an RSI ship? Like, what is with that? So the thing about doing another RSI ship is that we've got a really well-established art style for RSI in our
The
in our
Polaris
universe.
is confirmed.
And it gives us the ability to kind of train up newest members of the teams on something that's kind of quite a known element. That is absolutely not the only benefit, though. The way we are like planning on tackling the Polaris is not tackling it as one ship, but actually we want to tackle, well, anyone that knows our backlog knows we have a number of large RSI ships on there.
Perseus.
And our kind of plan is that we tackle that as a family of ships. We don't just tackle one of them and then we go off and do something else for 6 months, a year, come back and do another one, something else, come back and do another one. We want to tackle them all together, one after the other. And what that really allows us to do is just kind of streamline our development process. We're able to, for our more common areas of the ship, we're able to build kits that we're confident in.
Oh yeah, I
we
can't
can
go third
use and
person
we can
either
make the most
in
out
this
of
ship
them.
either.
Yeah.
And then that allows us to focus our development time and our efforts really
Bet
on
you I
the
can
much
if I
more
sit in
unique
the
and
co-pilot
important and
seat.
exciting areas of each ship. Tackling them as a family kind of allows us
So,
to
Polaris
expedite
comes
their
out and then
development,
hopefully
leverage
Perseus
the
not far
experience that we've
behind.
got within the team. And it just allows us to, like I say,
Hopefully.
streamline everything. So first up, we've got the Polaris.
I kind of like this green and
Next up,
yellow
we've got
paint
Galaxy.
on this A1.
Then
It's
we've
not
got the
bad, it's the one-
Perseus. And that
Okay.
kind of closes out
Perseus, Galaxy,
most
and the
of our
Perseus.
large RSI ships.
So they're
And
doing
then
the
we
Galaxy
can,
before
see
the
what we wanna take
Perseus?
on
That's disappointing.
after that.
Well, I think that's pretty much everything we want to talk about today. However, before we go, we're going to... Torsten's already stolen the predictable joke here, so we'll do one last thing to show you guys. So, let's have a look at the current state of the Polaris in engine in its
Okay.
white box state.
I thought it was past white box, but alright. I'm pretty fucking hyped for this Polaris, not gonna lie. So the bridge looks pretty dope. Okay, it's kind of an empty room. Okay, these are all the other rooms off the side. I like this hallway. This looks like a hallway that you fight in.
Yeah.
Like a gunfight hallway, if I've ever seen one.
Oh wow, that's the hangar.
This is the hangar, yeah. And it looks pretty big, but I think I seen a saber with its wings out could fit in it.
Oh, definitely.
Look at that right
This is
there.
its cargo room. Now, do you think you can shove... I think a tank might be too tall for it, but
Probably.
it looks pretty big.
That's a lot of space in this ship.
Big ship.
Looks very spacious. I'll watch a torpedo this dangerous one shot.
Yeah, it's gonna nuke it.
Oh, it's
Oh, look, a Scorpius comes out of that fucking thing. Bye, Idris.
Oh, do you see them torpedoes? Oh,
4 torpedoes. Coo, 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 coo. Oh my god, look at it go. It just fucking nuked it. 4 torpedoes. 4 size 10 torpedoes takes out an Idris. Wow. That's savage, man. This is why I want this thing as my like command ship. That's why I'm getting it. Especially if you had a pile of Furies inside of it too.
Oh yeah.
So you could have all the fly boys just like on there. Shit goes crazy. They all bail out.
Whoa! Did you guys see that? That was amazing! Give it up for the ship team, everybody. That was amazing. We're back on the show floor at Citizencon 2053 to show you more awesome things you guys might be missing.
What's it called? That makes the Idris.
Follow me a little bit. We're going to go on a little bit of a journey down just a leisurely Sunday road drive. And when I drive, I take my favorite vehicle for driving, the Drake Dragonfly. That's right. It is back from 2018 with a fresh new pyro paint job that you can see in the digital goodies pack if you purchase it now from the Robert Space Industries pledge store. Check it out now. JRDF did an amazing job of making the Dragonfly look super pyro themed. Look here, we have the pyro amalgamated label, I guess you would call that. I don't know what you would call it. I'm not a car guy. I'm not a Drake guy. We have like some very cool detailed designs. I'm gonna try and hop on it. Let's see how badly this goes. Like a glove. It's super cool being up here, actually. I didn't think it would be this cool being up here, but it feels like you're about to drive a Dragonfly. If you guys are still here at the show floor, be sure to check out the Drake Dragonfly. I really just want to like drive this thing off the stage. You know that like, what's that feeling you have where you're like on a balcony and you like look over the balcony and you're like, there's a little internal, it's intrusive thought. There's an intrusive thought where it's like jump. My intrusive thought is drive away. And I want to drive away on the Drake Dragonfly right now. This is so cool. We have photographers taking photos. If you guys are interested in looking at your photos afterwards, JRDF will be making those photos available to everybody. I'm sure we'll tweet it out. Galactica, get on it. You know, that's your job. Anyways, I'll cut it back over to Jared. I'll see you guys back here soon. Have fun.
Fight for the mic.
I'm weak watching that Polaris just fucking destroy that thing.
Grab the mic when you have to. All right, so we are here with members of the vehicle team. I want to say at the start of the show, I made it very clear that marketing did not make any of those videos. Developers made any of those videos. I can't help but notice that Polaris took out that Idris really quick. Are you trying to start about 50 different arguments on Reddit?
Yeah, we love for the arguments. Love them. Polaris for life. F the Idris.
F the Idris. Get fucked, Idris.
The PG version, it's fine. Ben, would you like to go on record?
All ships are equally as brilliant as each other. Until they get what's coming to them.
And Elwin, would you like to revise your answer?
F the Idris.
Oh shit, I went to the wrong place.
The views and opinions of Elwin Bachelor Jr. do not represent those of Cloud Imperium Games, Robert Space Industries, or its subsidiaries. Don't look at us. Ben Parr's off the side. It's like just whatever. All right, so the Zeus. First question that I see a lot of people had on Twitch watching the stream is obviously it doesn't look like the Zeus that we've all known from the lore and stuff. I mean, I think the first image of the Zeus was probably in 2012 or 2013 in that really early lore post. Why did we change it?
Were they not listening to the presentation?
I wasn't.
So there's a few things. Obviously, it was built as a product of its time, both in lore and back in the day.
I was too busy looking at how handsome you look.
Oh, thank you. But also, and I think Ben will probably want to talk about more of this, is we have design languages for RSI now, and it doesn't really fit in with them anymore.
Yeah, I think when we look at reimagining one of our ships, our manufacturers. We didn't want to just release the classic Mini today. We wanted to look at it and
today, so maybe tomorrow?
No. What we wanted to do was, bring it up to standard, both in terms of its quality and what it can deliver as a ship, but also visually. I think RSI has grown as a manufacturer over the years. I think you can see how not all ships roll off
the original
production line
Zeus
in day
looked
one.
way better.
Each of our manufacturers also have a history, and I think it's fine to see progression for that throughout the timeline of our game. Sorry, Zach.
Just say you hate the Zeus.
But it's not just the visuals of it, though. It's important that the amount of time it would take to get your jalopy, that's why I ask, and up to level.
I didn't do it. You did it. He did it. You can be in the center. Now. Go ahead.
The amount of time it takes to actually get a ship, the amount of time it takes to get a ship actually flight ready in any universe, it would be a lot of work to get something that, for the most part, has about the same amount of space as a space shuttle, and you wouldn't be able to use any of the game clips. You wouldn't be able to fill it with cargo. It'd be really difficult getting out. And if we're spending that amount of time getting something flight ready in the universe, we'd much rather give you something you can engage.
They could have just made a 2x scale version of the Zeus if it was too small.
Do more with. It's fun.
Yeah,
it's far more interesting to get a ship that you can do bounty hunting in, or cargo in, or... He comes over, asks us to do an interview, and wanders off.
It's going to be one of those live streams, huh? All right, we're almost at the end. All right, so enough about what the Zeus isn't. The Zeus, favorite thing, top of your head, what's your favorite thing about the Zeus? Ellen? F the Idris. Mark, favorite thing about the Zeus?
EMP, quantum dampener.
Whoa. Okay, favorite thing about the Zeus?
The white and black color scheme.
Favorite thing about the Zeus?
Its belly. It's got a really lovely, sleek belly. Like a space shuttle.
Going to pyro, boys.
I just had this image of a Zeus wearing Spanx. What are you laughing at? All right, so we also talked about the Cutter Scout. Is this the last variant of the Cutter we're gonna see? When we first introduced the Cutter, we said it was a platform ripe for future variants. Is this the last Cutter variant that's on the thing? Or can you maybe tease something for the future?
Absolutely not. There was obviously that mysteriously third blurred image. So Montreal, the Montreal team, did both of them as basically their first onboarding task.
Ready to go to pyro?
Both of them are done now. So you will see the third one soon, TM.
You just have a done spaceship and you're not putting it out there.
Yeah, where's my shirt at?
Strange,
I just took it off and it was gone.
And then you fell over. Was it right there?
It was on the floor.
That entire talk about the pipeline was BS. You've got a done spaceship. Put it out, John Crew.
Me.
No, we've just really streamlined it.
Boys, you ready?
It's about the belly. All right.
No, I'm asleep in the bed.
We're working with diminishing returns here, so we're going to wrap this up. We're going to go back to Dan. He's back in Holby. I think he's at the merch booth. Dan, what do you got for us?
Great, I went out like Elvis.
The opposite of diminishing returns is amazing merch. I am here at the merch booth with some amazing merch that we made just for Citizencon. Now, if you guys are at home feeling the FOMO, that's fair. You guys should have been here, and I'm very sad you're not here. But don't worry, if you're not here, most of the merch on display behind me is available for you guys to pick up at the RSI Pledge store right now. There are obviously some exclusive Citizencon stuff only for Citizencon attendees.
Yeetus,
so
are you dead?
Floor, come over to the merch booth. The line was astronomical earlier today. It's much more manageable now, so if you haven't gotten a chance to pick it up yet, now might be a good time to make your way over to the merch booth and pick up some stuff. I was given a sweet box as an early Luminalia present, so we're going to do a little bit of an unboxing to show you guys some of the cool stuff. I mentioned earlier that I helped the subscriber program at one point, and one of my favorite tests of subscriber flair that I was responsible for was the CDF bobbleheads. We have brought them to life, finally. I know everyone has been asking for a long time for us to make these bobbleheads. Sure enough, we did. You can see them. People are blocking the way. Trust me, they look exactly like the ones in-game. They're super
Go ahead
cool,
and let them out the,
awesome.
bomb
Again,
bay
if you
door.
want a little bit of the verse in your home, pick up a bobblehead on your way out. Thank you, Luminalia Claus, for your
I don't think I can fit down
bobblehead. This is hard to do with
I
one
tried,
hand.
I
What else
couldn't.
we got here?
I think I might be able
Yeah,
to
it's very
get
nice.
in the way
People
of the
keep saying
bomb
we
though when it
only make
drops.
black shirts.
I want to put a shirt box in there
We
and
now
try
have
and
an
drop a
orange
bomb.
shirts. Take that, haters. Very.
All right,
this is
so
actually
what do you
really
guys
cool.
think of the ship thing so far?
They
I
gave me
think
this for a bit. I'm
I
probably
could
just gonna
actually
steal this,
see
to be
me
honest.
getting the
You guys won't tell, right? You guys. Hey,
like
no
bounty
narking.
hunter
Everyone
variant
chat, be
of
cool.
Zeus. Just because it's
And we finally. Man, this is
a
so cool.
multi-crew
I've
ship
heard about this, but this is like.
that has
feeling
decent
it for
enough
the first
pilot
time. We have
weapons.
this
I'm not
black
sold
Star
on
Citizen
pilot
hoodie.
weapons. I wish it
You can see on the
I wish
sleeves
it had
we have Xion
4 size 4s, but
and
whatever.
Banu.
Has decent
I
pilot
asked
weapons.
Dave Haddock directly
Has a
what they
size 3
said, and his
turret on
response
it,
was, I don't know.
and has a
So
like
whatever
a
they
quantum
say,
dampener
I'm sure
and
it's
an
something
EMP
very
on it.
profound and wise
And it
for these
looks
alien
kinda cool.
races. Again, I'm just
Yeah,
going to
the
steal
EMP
this,
and
so...
dampeners.
And
Sorry,
the
merch team,
armory
if you
has
were
a huge
expecting
armory
profits on those
That's
merch.
what sells
You're not
me.
going to get them. Now, we do, again, have 3 exclusive
I
merch
just
owns
am
for
kind of
people who are
wondering
here at
what the,
Citizencon.
ownership
We have a
for the
pyro
Zeus is right now.
t-shirt, and we have 2 lithographs. I don't know if you can get...
It's not on the Matrix yet, so I can't.
I can't take him anywhere. Truly, I cannot. I don't know if you're able to see that burn-in pyro t-shirt off over there. That is exclusive
So I might
to people
actually
who are
switch
here
my
at
A1 over
Citizencon
for a Zeus
2053.
and a,
Also in the middle there, we have those 2 lithograph
variant
art
of the
pieces.
cutter.
Again, exclusive.
Because that's the same price.
This guy. I can't take him anywhere.
And you can't CCU
Who
the
was that
lightning,
man?
can you?
No one important, I'm sure.
No.
Yeah, you can't
But yes, we
upgrade
have
it. You
those
can't
Not the
upgrade it.
lightning
exclusive art
You can
pieces
melt
for
it.
people who are here at
what's it called?
Citizencon 2953. Oh, what's this? Oh my God, that strange homeless-looking man also gave me these AirPod cases with a little Finley attached with it. You know what? Maybe that guy was all right. Whoever he is, I hope he's having a good
from the
day.
hurricane.
But I
which is
actually
funny
do
because
need
the hurricane's in
new
the game.
AirPod cases. So again, like everything else, I'm just going to keep this. I think that wraps it up for me, so I'm going to
Frizzy,
throw
what
it
are you
back to
doing?
the main convention floor.
I'm
There's going to be a lot
buying
more
some
stuff
shit
here at
here.
Citizencon.
So,
you guys will see it either later today or tomorrow.
This
See you
next
guys
panel thing was exploring the verse, and then what I think is going to happen after this, my bet is on Squadron 42, some sort of Squadron 42 announcement of some sort.
Maybe get some SQ42 nuggets, huh?
I think we're getting a like a tentative release date and some sort of like sneak peek. That's my bet.
Can someone come knock me out?
Jesus Christ, what are you getting into back there?
He shoved my arm in between the bomb and the door.
He's lying. Don't let him lie to you.
I can't move. I can't.
How
stand
about I
up,
drop a
can't
bomb?
do
Will that
anything.
fix your problem?
He's standing up.
Not on my screen. I'm exactly where you revived me on my screen.
Yeah, because I'm punching you and it's
There we go. That should fix me. Hopefully.
Did you just get knocked out?
Yes.
Okay.
Have any of you guys found this dead rig shotgun?
Found the ammunition.
Yeah.
just easy. Well,
I fucking took my shirt, man.
you want to hear something funny?
No, I was gonna put it in one of the bomb holes so the bomb wouldn't drop out.
You want to hear the funny part about that?
You tried it?
No, I'm still stuck here.
Yeah, what? We need a tractor beam. Hold on, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna knock you out and then I'll
Drag me.
drag you away.
See if that works.
Let's do this. Now
There we go.
entering pyro.
Oh, now I'm stuck between the bombs.
I'm weak. Everyone T-posing in the crowd. I'm dying at that.
Oh my god, you're flying.
Oh, I stood up on my screen finally. I'm free! No, I'm not. The bombs are sucking me back toward
Yeah, they're sucking you back toward you. I've seen that. Hold on, I'm getting
Here, I'll open the bomb bay.
Did you just fly to the door? You flew to the door on your butt. Oh, there's some desync going on out here. Go back that way. Go that way. Get out this thing. It's dangerous back there by them bombs.
Everyone's standing on chairs and teapots. It's funny. I love how like the entire crowd of Citizencon is like middle-aged men, slightly rotund. A lot of them just like spending their child's college fund on ships. It's the best.
Did you know the Spirit variant loanership is the A1 Spirit?
Yeah. That's why everyone has one right now.
Yeah.
Dad, is this your first time being out here?
Yeah.
So it does like a curve, kind of like a spline. Like if you follow the track, if you start from like where all the port businesses are, it does like a spiral, like, and you can see how it kind of goes toward like a black hole.
Yeah.
You know what? 1 or 2?
3.
Okay, I'm ignoring you. Dead. 1 or 2.
All right. So, what do you think this exploring the verse thing's gonna be? It sounds like it.
Okay, Frizzy. 1 or 2?
2.
Submit. On your choice.
I won't.
You just bought one?
No.
Wow.
You
Why's
just
the
bought
sound
something. Because we're near like a freaking space singularity.
No,
wow.
on the stream, like the
Yeah,
Citizencon
it's
stream.
on 2%. I can barely hear it. Do I want to get a skin credit card on here?
I can hear the stream.
Yeah, I gotta turn the sound down.
Continue.
Just the
Address.
music on the Citizencon. It's kind of like
I had to turn it down. There's too much. So yeah, this exploring the thing. I'm curious what this is all about.
Hey, do you think this right here behind you is where those fuses go?
Let me
Is
come
that
and
like
see.
a... Yeah, check
Yes,
this out.
that is
This looks
exactly what that is.
so they've already got it set up to go, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Right.
when like building these ships, like they built this
Right
all
there by your
into it.
chair. Right.
Yeah, it's also on the passenger
Yeah.
side too.
Yeah, that's fuses.
Yep.
It's pretty awesome.
Yep. That's why I think they held off building things like the Bandit Merchantman and the Polaris and all the bigger ships until they had all
They
those
didn't
other
have the
systems functional, so they could build it with them in mind.
You know, if it was like the next patch when they add ship maintenance into the game, that
Yeah.
could definitely kill us right now.
Yeah.
Just vent the
Yeah,
whole
vent
atmosphere. That
Yeah, just to, yeah.
there'd be nothing we could do.
Do you think we're gonna see Mesa and them at the crowd here?
Possible.
I think if it keeps going this way, it'll probably be where they're at. One guy in a mask. You know, it's
Oh, also, Dad, there's also a station out here. You can go to the
yeah,
space
I
station.
can pull over the station if you guys want.
And there's all kind of stuff in there.
Like what?
They were working on shops last time I was over here. That was a few weeks ago. There might have added some more stuff.
Hey, go stand back up there on the door.
Well, no.
what's going
Dude, I
on
don't have a... No. I don't have a helmet.
Just go out there.
No.
Nor do you have a control jet, so you can't even come back in.
I want to go out there and just...
So do you want me to take you over to the space station?
Sure, why not? If you want to.
Alright.
We're just kind of having fun in the danger zone back here.
I hear you.
Are you in You're not in Armistice Zone, are you?
No.
Well,
No, remember we knocked each other out. You can't knock each other out. In Armistice.
get to one, like, get over one of those gravity pads and see if you can drop one of these bombs off.
What here's the station?
Just kidding.
What part of this is the station?
What was that?
It go directly 180 degrees behind you, and it goes into like a spline.
I see it.
Universe.
Yeah, this is what I was curious about. What's this gonna be about? This them
Goodbye,
changing
guys.
the star map? Maybe? New star map?
It's been good knowing you guys.
Okay, let me turn the sound back on.
6.
Oh, I just got knocked out.
5.
Boys, a lot of you here.
3.
What happened?
Great to see you.
2.
Hi.
1.
Alright, calm down for a second, please.
My name's David.
Oh, I dragged you
Everyone
away.
calls me Bone. Don't
Enjoy
don't
my shirt.
ask.
I
Maybe ask
told
me
you to
later.
quit playing back here.
No, when he boosted it.
Alright, mute
So,
them for a second.
my job is to oversee all the technical implementation of the UI across the company. And if I'm
Okay,
lucky, I get to do some
star map
programming
people.
from time to time.
New star map.
At previous Citizencon, one in the flesh, in Manchester, I talked about UI tech with my friend and colleague, Zain Bian. And we were making new tools and technology to help our developers with, to develop their UI. So that was a few years ago now, and now I'm really privileged to share with you how this technology has been utilized by our talented designers to help improve your experience in the verse. So, along with some of my UI friends that are hidden out the back there, we'd like to show you some of these improvements which are going to help you, the players, navigate the Star Citizen universe.
It's hard playing on this
So-
little mini window here.
Why are we doing this? Well, Star Citizen is big, really big. There's so many unique places, massive planets, moons, space stations, rest stops, you know, there's just loads of places to explore. We have a huge range of spaceships
Be able to land
of
on
all
a
shapes
pad.
and sizes.
I feel like we're gonna get some
And there's an
UI
enormous
changes
amount
here,
of things to
folks.
do and see and people to meet.
New star map.
And all this
hopefully.
can be shared with friends online. And as we've seen today, as our amazing
It's
online
hard to play on
technology
this little
grows,
mini window.
it takes great leaps, and our online player count grows, the possibilities become almost endless.
Can I drop bombs in this hangar?
So how are we going to
That's
make
what I was
sense of
telling
all
you.
this?
Landing complete. Have a pleasant
Try
stay.
it.
I don't really want to murder someone.
Right. Well, one of the
Yedis
main
is
ways
already
we
dead.
do this
He died.
is
Don't worry.
He
with
fell,
the
his head
user
fell out the
interface,
hangar
or
door and
UI
he
for
suffocated
short.
in space.
It's funny.
Well, that's where we come in.
Look, the compass is in
fortunately,
the helmet now.
being the UI guys.
I gotta pay attention.
And we do this in loads of ways that you see already, whether it's your vehicle MFDs or the HUD or the kiosks where you get your spaceship.
The
or
A1's
you
pretty cool.
trade commodities or buy weapons and all manner of diegetic UIs that you see. Diegetic meaning like things in the world that you can interact with. But our first real opportunity is through the helmet visor display.
I hope they have shops open here.
Now,
Hey,
the visor display gives you vital information about your status and the environment around you. But this display has gone through many
We got space
iterations
parts.
over the years, and it's been built upon and adapted. And I don't know if who remembers Arena Commander 1.0 that came out. That came out about a year after I started.
It's got a refinery here too. Refinery, hangar,
Which was
gallery.
primarily
I wanna
in
come
space
mining out
combat
here, man.
and
I think
racing,
there's-
so
they
the
must be
visor
shipping.
was geared towards that. And
I'm
then
gonna be
it
bringing out that new,
evolved
scout
with our
ship.
first adventures into the online universe. And as all the features get added and all these new things, the visor grows and we put things on it to show you,
Oh.
you know, different statuses and like tells you all about what's going on. But with all this evolution, we sometimes lose focus. There's so much we need to know. And when we need to know it is important. So how do we zero in on what's important
Time to focus.
and at what time? So leaning on this technology that Zane and I and the UI tech team wrote a few years ago. We tried to take a smarter perspective and rework
Keep your eye peeled for
the
platinum
visor
tickets
for you.
laying around.
So
Is it
I'm
just
not going to tell you
platinum
about that.
tickets
I don't
I'm
know.
going to invite Simon Bursey onto the
think so.
stage, and he can
They
tell
were laying
you
up-
more about it. Simon?
I didn't. Something's going on.
You on this?
Hey everybody. Okay, so Star Citizen, as you know, is a big project which has evolved over its lifetime. Early on in the project, we added the visor, which is the display you see on your helmet when you're walking around the universe in first person. Because the game is always expanding, we often add new gameplay features, and with those come new UI. The various teams slotted pieces into whatever place made sense at the time, but this eventually meant the view became very complex. As you can see, the current live UI can get very cluttered. We have lots of information competing for your attention, so you don't always know where to look, and sometimes the overlaps can make things difficult to read. So, as you can probably tell, the UI team wanted to do a redesign. We wanted to improve the player's experience by presenting the important information in a clear way. We also needed to create a new framework that supports all the existing features and allows us to add more in future. And finally, we wanted to bring the visuals up to the high standard we're setting for Squadron 42 and soon the Star Citizen persistent universe. So how do we go about that? I believe user interface should always be a collaboration with the teams who build the underlying features. So we worked closely with them on a new layout, keeping some pieces, combining others, and maybe getting rid of a few. Once we'd figured out the design, we built a new framework using our 3D UI system, and then we worked closely with the various game teams to take all that complex data that existed before and hook it up to the new user interface. When we design player-facing UI, we often try to start with the worst case first, so we can see everything we have to deal with. It was important for us to keep the central area as clear as possible to make it easier for you to see the underlying game.
This is
We designed
interesting.
a set of regions
There was
that
one
detach
clip
from
where I
different
seen
parts of the view.
decent AI
And with
earlier
each
with
of
the
those,
compass and the
we have a
ammo
set
down
of
the bottom
widgets
corner.
that
That
can
looked
show,
pretty clean.
hide, and stack when you need them.
Yeah.
So, I've told you about everything we wanted to achieve, but wouldn't it be great to see it in game? Does anybody here want to see a live demonstration?
Please, God, stop talking and show us. 'Cause you're a fucking horrible speaker.
Good. I was hoping you'd say that, otherwise it would have been a very short demo. Okay, so we're going to show you some of our new UI running live in the game. Everything you see is in real time, but I have to tell you we've created a special mission just for the show, which is a little different to what you see in the live game. Okay, so as you can see, Bones driving.
Okay, compass.
I'm going to say Bones' name a lot, and the other guys
It
too.
has
so
elevation.
It's probably the most times you'll hear that in any presentation.
Good.
Okay, welcome to the Orison Providence platform.
elevation
You may have
is
spotted it earlier.
It has elevation on both sides. I don't
Today is
think
the
you
first
need
time
that.
we've shown the new visor we
No,
developed
but
and
it's good
tested
for
in Squadron
symmetry.
42.
Yeah, I guess.
But you'll be happy to know all the UI you see today is going to make
Just
its
one
way to
side
Star
could be pitch
Citizen.
and one side could be meters.
But
off to sea
this is
level.
secret UEE Navy tech, so we'll give it a different look for the persistent universe. As you can see, the display is very clean by default. Many of the elements are contextual, meaning they appear when you need them to avoid cluttering the screen. We've also temporarily hidden a couple of things so we can focus on them later in this demo. Okay, Bo, let's move into the scene, please.
All right.
Okay, when we get a new mission objective, it appears in the top right of the screen.
Okay.
And you
That
can
looks
see that our
pretty
first
decent.
mission is to repair a radiation leak. We've done a major overhaul of the augmented reality marker system, so we can follow the yellow on-screen marker to get to our objective. At the top of the screen, you'll also see the compass. Okay, Bone, let's head towards the objective.
I guess so. I don't know if they really need the text.
We were already happy
on
with the way the
thing.
player status widgets worked, showing you contextual information about your character and environment. So we've given them some visual polish and added a few new ones. The
see the
environmental
radiation down
goes
the
quite
bottom
high,
left?
and over time, it will
It's a
wear down
new
our
thing.
suit and damage the player.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Looks like we can see the source of the radiation there. I think somebody's damaged a pipe, so how are we going to fix it? If we were in space, we could use a salvage and repair ship. Luckily, the UEE have some advanced portable tech. Bone, please equip the military multi-tool.
Special multi-tool. Ooh.
The military multi-tool from
Nice.
Squadron 42 has various modes, one of which gives us the ability to salvage and repair while on foot. Okay, Bone, let's use the multi-tool to repair that pipe. Okay. Right, we can see at the bottom left of the screen, the radiation levels are decreasing. So let's head into the scene. Go on, Bone. Let's walk forwards a bit. Okay, now we fixed the damage, we need to find the enemies that caused it. While we're on the way, you'll notice that the on-foot emissions at the top of the screen.
Yeah, the noise.
We're emitting infrared,
Oh, shit.
electromagnetic radiation, and also sound. If any of these go higher than the background levels, it will be easier for the enemies to detect us.
Okay.
Let's take a look at the bad guys, Bone. As part of the emissions and radar tech, we also have the ability to scan while we're on foot. If we tap the button, we can do a quick scan to reveal everything, to reveal info about anything that's in our view currently. Okay, Bone, let's do a quick scan.
So on-foot scanning's interesting.
This highlights whatever's in our line of sight.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think that's good.
There's also some
Yeah,
risk and
it was
reward
kinda
to the
needed
scanning
sometimes.
system. By holding the button, we can charge our scanner, and this reveals enemies through walls using a more powerful wave.
Oh.
But it does cause a spike in our emissions,
X-ray
which makes us
vision.
easier to detect. Okay, let's do a charge scan, please, Bone. Okay. We can also see the augmented reality box outs, which give us a summary of what we've detected.
I like how it's
Okay, let's
specifying
have a look at our
human.
weapons.
Because you know there's going to be a Van
Let's
Duel
get the gun out, please,
other
Bone.
things.
Cows.
Okay, we wanted to help the player see their equipment during combat.
I like
so we
that
upgraded
bottom
the
right
weapons
HUD.
display, as well as the ammo in the gun.
I
and
don't
the
think
spare
it
mags in
needs
their
the thing where it
pockets.
shows you
We
what
also now
buttons are
show
to fire
the player's
and change
explosives
fire mode.
and med pens.
I hope you can edit the HUD personally.
Okay.
That looks like
let's
it's
fight
just
the
the
bad guys.
button help,
That's
so it's
just the
already in the
player
game.
tooltips, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just they changed the location, so yeah, you should be able
They
to
heard him
turn
cock
off
that
There you can
grenade.
see our new explosives marker, designed to help you spot deadly grenades, mines, and missiles more easily.
His aim's not very good.
They never are.
I think he might just want them to shoot him, but see the recoil in this gun?
Yeah, they definitely changed it.
Is one bullet. Reload button.
Okay. Well done, Bone.
Shoot a corpse.
Everyone's like, reload, idiot.
Just look at the run. There you go.
He has unlimited health because he'd already be dead like twice.
Oh god, yeah.
Success. Okay. There's no more hostiles nearby, so let's take a moment to talk about the Mobiglass. The Mobiglass is the Star Citizen equivalent of your smartphone. It has various apps that hook into the gameplay systems. Like all the UI we're showing you today, we wanted to redesign it with the player's usability in mind, to make it look good and also lay the groundwork for future expansion. Let's bring up the Mobiglass, please, Bone.
This is the like Squadron 42 one.
Yeah, I like it.
It looks
Yeah,
good
it
though.
looks so much better.
Yeah, way better.
Pretty cool, huh? We've redesigned the interface to give a smoother user experience. We've overhauled the visuals,
good
as you can
work.
see, to make it feel more three-dimensional and
I hope heavy
holographic.
armor doesn't block it too.
This is actually a sneak peek of the UEE military Mobiglass we've created for Squadron 42. This version has a focused selection of apps and we're going to expand on that when we bring the mobiGlass to the Star Citizen persistent universe. We'll also have more of a smartphone feel in the PU with a wider range of apps. Okay, let's briefly talk about this home screen. It gives us an overview of our health, the environment,
I like
and even
it,
our ship.
though, 100%.
We can also check
I
our
like how it
mission
shows
objective.
the fuel level, so you remember to like, oh, I should refuel this thing before I leave.
That's enough about the mobiGlass. We've got some more really cool UI just around the corner. And to tell you a bit more about that is the very talented
Make,
Zane
let's say,
Bien.
an organization little window so you could like set it
Yeah.
to have markers on the Wikipedia and stuff like that.
Yeah, I really hope that they build in, like,
I think having the
more
pressure and kilopascals is fucking retarded.
Throughout human history,
Well,
as
there
we
might
have
be
ventured
planets that have,
towards
like,
the
super high
allure of
pressure
the
that,
unknown,
like,
we have used
fucking kills you or
cartography
something.
as a key component to help shape our understanding and make
I think
sense
if you're
of the
able to
world
shift your
around
mobiGlass,
us.
it's probably not going to kill you.
Without these systems in place to catalog our experiences and to chart our journeys, we are forever lost amidst our own environment.
Please
and we
show
are
the
just
new
running
star
around
map
aimlessly.
already.
This is why it is super important that you, as citizens of our ever-growing, ever-evolving, persistent universe, are equipped with the tools necessary to make your ventures meaningful. So, with that said, I want to show you something that I think is extremely cool. So, Bone, our next objective is to go to the map kiosk and
All
download
right, headed
a
back
terminal.
your way.
What is this? Go to the map kiosk? Map terminal? What's
Let's
this?
go ahead and activate it. What you see on screen, zoom out a bit, what you see on screen
Oh, maps for
is
cities.
a fully live 3D representation of the environment that we are in.
Kind of a good idea. People get lost and hate the cities so much.
You can see callouts of the
cities are
various
stupid.
default points of interest. You can pan the map around, you can rotate it, and you can even cycle the floors that
It says
you're on
download, too.
to isolate the visuals of the floor that you're on.
You put that on your mobiGlass, I guess?
So our current objective,
Maybe.
it's much more interesting if we can actually take this on the go. So let's download it to our data bank. As you'll notice, we now
Shut that
have
flashlight off.
the representation of the environment in
Oh, look, he
in
has
the
a
upper
mini-map
left
up in the
corner
top
of our
right.
visor.
That's pretty sick. Mini-map's cool.
Now, the thing that's really interesting to note at this point is not all environments will have such a convenient kiosk available. You may encounter rundown settlements, or you might come across a cave that no one else has ever set foot on before. What will happen in this instance is your radar will incrementally update
That
your
blanket's
map,
blown a little aggressive.
and it will incrementally reveal
Dad,
your
are you
environment
out of the
and
game?
save that to
Oh,
your
am I?
database. So you kind of
Yeah,
reveal it.
I don't know.
No, I'm sitting in the
incrementally.
space station looking out the window.
So
What? Really?
this map, what we see in the upper left corner
must
of
have
our
lost your
visor
party
is
marker.
not really just a map.
Yeah.
What it really is actually data. It's our radar. And we can see contacts on our radar as we scan. And it's basically what we have available in stored in our data bank. So because we have the location data saved to our data bank, we can obviously access that via our mobiGlass. So let's go ahead and pull it up in our mobiGlass, because this is going to get really interesting.
Please tell me they have a new star map.
So Bone, I would like you to cycle between the different floors for us, please. So you can see this lerping transition between the different floors and marker
Be right back.
callouts of our objective and also where we are. I would like to talk a little bit about the tech behind this. What you're seeing is not a
mini-map.
pre-baked asset. And I want to reiterate that because all of our environments can be very dynamic, and they can change. They can take damage. Perhaps economic shifts might cause changes in the environment. And we can't export totally custom assets. So what we've done is we collaborated with our graphics team to enable us to render the environment in this way. And what it is we're actually whitelisting objects that we render and excluding everything that we don't need to render. So in our level markup, we basically have the designers and artists mark up only the bits that are necessary for the map. This lets us have a very compelling visual, but without much of the cost.
Okay, we get it.
So,
Minimap.
I think
But I guess that's
what we
important
can
because
do
if
at
they're
this
gonna
point,
like
what I want to show
generate
you
outposts and shit,
is something very interesting. So
like it has to generate.
we
a
might
map
look
by
around on this
itself.
map and note down certain areas that
I
might
so badly
look
want to
interesting
just
that we
click
might
on that
want to
fucking
revisit
star
later.
map, though. I want to see what it looks like.
We can see some
can
doors
see it right there.
on
Just
this
click
map,
it.
and these
teasing
doors
you,
are
yeah.
various
I know.
are entities that are called out on the map, and they may change state. So there
If they don't
can be
show it,
some
it's 'cause they
doors
didn't
which have a
work on
locked
it yet.
state,
Yeah.
which they will display red, and doors that are open will be green. And there are other entity callouts that can happen in our map. So let's go ahead and find a location to put down a pin, please, Bone.
Bug.
Maybe that one. Maybe that door.
Oh wait,
looks
that's not a
interesting.
bug. That's the fucking shuttle coming. Look.
Yeah,
Press
it's
T.
the doors.
Oh,
Okay,
So,
look. You can put fucking
what we can
pins.
do is
Yes.
set a marker,
Oh.
and we can
Thank you, God.
customize.
Thank you, God.
We can customize
Thank you,
the details of
God,
marker.
that they can
Now,
do this.
what you'll notice as well as we set markers,
Amazing.
there's metadata
Amazing.
that is
Something
encoded
finally
into each
added
of these
that is
markers
super useful.
on top of the customized name that we can specify. So we can mark as many markers as we want in this map. And these are all saved to our data bank. And we can eventually share these markers and even sell these markers on the market.
Okay.
So the thing about this,
So you can mark
we can't
Quantanium
really talk
and
about
sell the
markers
mark. That's
without
cool.
going,
Yeah.
without mentioning
great,
data
honestly.
running.
Yeah, I like it. I'm sold.
So you might specialize in exploration, whereas perhaps a miner might specialize in the equipment, and they make investments in their equipment. So you, as an explorer, might be in the business of going around and exploring and finding locations that are very valuable to other professions. And the role of these markers are very important in coming up with the data and
Not gonna lie, this guy's a mid as fuck public speaker.
yeah, so it's very important.
He's dying.
We
He
can
started
kind of-
off good,
basically,
now
when you
no,
name
no,
your
slow
markers,
down.
you can
Dragging this
you
out like
can
crazy.
make it
Like,
as
I didn't think you had to add the words public
um,
speaker as that. and it
maybe
still would've been
obvious,
true.
or you can leave it a mystery. So you'll have when you sell
buddy
it on the
seems
market,
fine, he just is-
you could
he's
get
dragging
rated
this one out like
for
crazy.
how accurate the data is.
We get it. Mini-map. You can put pins.
So the other thing
you can now
is we
sell
have a
pins.
mission
Amazing.
objective as well. And it would be very nice
You
to,
don't have to
be able
convince
to
me.
route to that mission objective. How do we get there?
Stop
that is
digging, you
another
struck oil.
purpose
Keep
of the
going.
map is
Just-
basically navigating and letting us know the way towards that objective, towards a
Please don't
destination.
put glowing like.
So let's go ahead and plot a route.
I know it's. I know
to
it's
this
gonna be like.
objective.
It's like gonna be like a Forza Horizon path in front of you. Oh my
I'm really
god.
hoping it's
What? Please. It's gonna be when he gets out of the Moby glass. It's gonna be like blinking in
So-
front of him. I bet.
We can see a
Now let
line
us
being
draw on
drawn from where we are
Oh, please don't let us
up
draw
the
on it.
stairs to our destination and where we want to go.
Just draw a
So
marker
you'll
that's a
no
dick.
longer be lost amidst
all it is.
all of our super complex environments. And what's worth mentioning at this point, and what's really cool, is this under the hood is actually utilizing another piece of tech, AI pathfinding. And so what that allows us to do is leverage other existing tech to basically, it does all the heavy lifting. We just make it look pretty.
Very.
So because of
Zeus
that,
Mark II gives
there
you
are
the
certain
spirit.
cases where the path might be blocked.
By the way.
It might have a locked door, or there might be a fire that is in our way. The AI pathfinding will account for that. It will go through doors, it will handle elevators, and it will handle fires, locked doors, and it will just handle everything. So that is an example of sort of a piece of tech that we've leveraged under the hood
This
to help us
strikes me as
achieve
like
this
easy mode for people who can't fucking navigate their way out of a fucking paper bag.
So, one last thing we can do at the
I smell
moment
bullshit.
is
What's up,
we
Emperor?
want to ensure that
Man, this guy's
there
dragging
are
this
no
one
more
along.
hostiles in our way as we make our way to our objective. So
cringe.
what we can
He
do
enjoys
is we
kicking
can
the
send
dead
out a
horse, okay.
ping. Bone, if you send out a ping, please. So the scanning will also be represented in the map in the same fashion.
See how
as
these
it
two
is
guys are there
when
about
you're
to
in
ambush
FPS.
him though? Like, how much better would
So
the game be
we
if
know that
like, you
there's
didn't
no
just
more
know they were
hostiles.
there
Let's
and you
go
just got
ahead
ambushed?
and make our way to
More
our
exciting.
objective. As you can see in the upper left corner, we now have the route line represented,
Okay.
our
At least it's not
destination, and the
blinking
distance it takes to get
in front
there.
of him.
As we
Yeah,
traverse this path, the path automatically updates, and if you deviate from that path, it will recalculate the route you need to get to your destination.
I don't know why everyone's behind me.
Oh my god! I hope that was a glitch. So I got my scout right.
Yeah.
Cutter
So there's
scout.
our buddy.
Pressed forward.
He's flying in.
Moves so quickly.
So we'll make our way up to the Carrack here.
Oh, the Carrack.
To the right.
That's kind of cool.
You'll also notice the pin that we've laid down, as well as our marker objective called out on the map. And as you'll notice, as we head up the stairs, the floor will dynamically change as you head up the stairs.
The thrust
If
of
we get
fluid
past
motor.
that, we don't trip up. So as we make our
Look
way
at that, the Carrack, what a
into the
landing. That's
Carrack,
obviously
it's
like
not just environments,
I think he got hit by
or
the
caves,
plume
or
at the
cities.
end.
Yeah, he did.
You can represent the ship on our interior.
So look,
map.
there's ship map interior. It's kind of decent.
And it's
okay,
totally
that's kinda nice
seamless
for
as you
newer players
transition
that don't
between
know the interior of ships.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and pull up our Mobiglass again and get a wider view of our ship.
Show us the Carrack doors open, please. Oh my god, no. No, you don't. Wait,
So we are now on the technical deck,
You best not be just teasing.
but we can also see
Don't
the
you
other
stop right
floors.
before.
If you traverse the floors, Bone, just to demonstrate it.
They don't
There's our
open.
cartography deck. Down one.
Can you see
and our habitation
the hangar
deck.
doors highlighted?
So you will
Everything's
have
highlighted,
noticed
but
from a
yeah.
previous presentation
Yeah.
that
No
this
doors for you.
was very similar looking, right?
Why do you have to destroy
It's
my
utilizing
dreams?
our tech. So not only will this benefit you as a player, but it also benefits us as developers, because we generalize this system so that other developers can leverage our map to create compelling gameplay. So other
cool.
teams can leverage our tech, and we leverage the tech from other teams, and it's a circle of life. And I think that's just too cool for school.
This guy, man. Please.
Yeah.
Show us the star map or
So-
hand it over to somebody else.
We've been talking about
Get someone from the crowd and give them a couple
environments,
flashcards.
cities,
This was
representing
so much.
ships.
This was
on
like
our
a
map,
5-minute explanation that took
maybe
20.
planet terrain.
Totally,
These are-
it's still taken.
I know,
mean,
man. I'm
Our
fucking
universe
dying.
is quite big.
I'm having a hard time watching this.
It's only a small fraction of what our universe is.
Yes, star map. Come on, bud. Hit the fucking
What
star
if-
map.
What if? What happens? Have we tried this? What happens if we just take your mouse wheel and just zoom out a little bit? Keep going. Keep zooming out all the way out, all the way out. Let's go. Let's go. So, it's not just the interior map. It's not just the radar. It is the map. It is one single unified system just across different scales. And
keep zooming, buddy.
At this point, we are above Crusader, and at this point, I want to invite Emily Hansen onto the stage
Yes.
to talk about
Yes.
the map as seen.
Somebody else
at
to
this
explain the
scale.
star map. Thank fuck.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank God. Yes, buddy, you did a great job. Keep it up.
Please.
Thank fuck.
Hello, Citizencon! Are you ready for this?
Yay. Oh God.
Phone?
She's
Do you wanna
gonna
click
fall
on the
apart
marker?
even more.
Oh, the doctor.
Okay. Okay, here we go.
As you all suspected, this is the star map.
Oh my god.
I'm so excited to be here today to reveal this to you all. I hope you're excited too. Now, I think we all know the current star map needed a bit of work. And we've done that.
Yeah.
See how there's
Now,
drop-down menus on the
mapping
right and
universe
left?
is no easy task, but we've taken some big
Yeah,
steps forward
marker
with this
data
upgrade
bank.
to make
Yeah.
it so much
Let it be
easier
sort of
for you
You
to
can
navigate
ping on
the
it,
stars.
go to your location, set markers.
Before we dive into the details, let's just take a second to admire Crusader's new look. Bone, why don't you take a look around?
Okay.
Much like the interior map, the star map is holographic. And this lets us
Nice
add
brawl.
some cool interference effects and details to our planet textures.
I think it's talking to somebody.
You can also see our improved player marker and that we're
Talking about
currently
that
at
chick without a
Orison.
brawl on.
Oh.
The player and location markers have merged at this scale
I didn't
because
notice
they're
those two
so
into the
close
star
together.
map.
The player marker takes priority, which is why the marker displays the player icon and color. By smartly merging with bigger points of interest at larger scales, the player marker always remains visible to you. You'll always know where you are relative to points of interest near and far.
Oh, and there's coordinates
So,
on it too.
is everyone ready to see
Yeah,
more?
it was like a microgrid on a macro grid type of deal.
Bone, let's take the step
Which
back
I'm okay
button.
with.
That's the one on the
Oh.
right over here. So we can see, take a look at Crusader and all of its
Oh.
moons.
Nice.
This is so much better.
So much better.
Please click on Daymar and let's see how the actual places are marked.
Yeah, so here we are, Crusader, its moons, orbits. You can also see that labels have received a major visual update. They're now fully 3D, and this gives them a really cool perspective. Most labels are aligned to the galactic plane, and they rotate with the map. Bone, give the map a spin.
Okay.
They
Phone?
didn't spin, did they?
Can you tilt past the horizon, please?
I don't remember. I don't. Doesn't matter to me.
Cool. When we do this, the labels flip so you can always read them clearly.
Okay, that's good.
Yay.
Labels for city markers and outposts work a little bit differently. Bone, let's double click on Selin now to focus on it.
Okay, yes. Okay. Now, I hope on those drop-down
Surface
menus you
labels
can
face
select
the camera
one
and
of those
appear when they're in the
places.
central part of the planet, reducing on-screen clutter. Bone, want to show this in action?
Okay, it's only showing what you're looking at. That's good. That's good.
Markers on the far side of the planet fade out, so they don't take focus from the locations you currently care more about on the near side of the planet. Bone, can you double-click on one of the points of interest? As we selected this marker, its label will stay visible at all angles. So far, we've showed you that you can use buttons and double-clicking to jump to
Now
objects
it's going to show
you're
the
interested
drop-down
in.
menu.
But wouldn't it be nice if you could also freely zoom out and into locations? Shall we try it, Bone? Let's zoom out
Okay, now this is going to be good.
until we can see Crusader. We wanted to ensure you have freedom to move around, but this flexibility requires us to be really careful about how and when markers appear. Markers need to disappear when they get too small, but also stay visible when they're still relevant to your view. This isn't simple because objects in a solar system are vastly different sizes. Think about the size of a star versus a planet versus you, the player. You're kind of small compared to a star, right? Our solution
No
is a
one's
technique we call cosmetic
Yeah, I'm
scaling.
smaller than a star.
This allows us to draw a marker at its real size when we are close to it and artificially increase its size as we zoom out until we reach the point where it collapses into larger points of interest in the hierarchy. You can see this in action here. There's no way Crusader and its moons are this size at this scale in reality. They've been scaled up massively so you can see them. Bone, let's zoom out a bit more so we can see the moons disappear. You can also start to see Crusader's orbit line around the sun here. But before we go back to before we move on to that, let's zoom back in so we can see everything come back as we get closer.
Okay, we get it.
Oh my god, she's worse than my English teacher.
This is okay, yes, clap
As
for the
well as
lady.
zoom, you can also pan around the map unrestricted. Bone, feel free to have a quick look around.
We've been able to do
As
this
we
this
draw
whole time.
closer to a marker, the cursor automatically magnetizes to it. This ensures you never lose track of what you're trying to view when you zoom in.
I really
no
hope-
more zooming in on empty space.
I really hope this drop-down menu works.
That's all I want to see, is the drop-down menu.
Bone, let's use this technique to take a closer look at Yayla.
I'm sorry, what did she say?
Yayla.
Magnetic cursor does
Yeela.
not require us to click on markers. Keep zooming in. Bone, can you keep zooming in? Thank you. You can see that the surface markers appear without us needing to select Yayla itself. Imagine how much easier finding that
zooming in.
outpost will be now.
Yeah, zoom all the way into ArcCorp 157. Like, can you scroll right into the outpost? It shows you fucking
Crusader,
detailed.
as you all know, isn't all there is though.
Yeah, 'cause
We've got a pretty big
question is, do the
universe
pads
out
work
here.
there?
To the
Wanna see
pads,
some
right?
more?
Man, does the drop down menu?
Let's have a look at the
question.
location further afield.
That where it's a
Can we
select?
just
Can that
pan
drop
to
down and let me
Calliope,
select
maybe?
ArcCorp 157,
Bone,
please?
let's give that a
Like, that'd be
try.
nice. What is going on?
We're zooming into random space now, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, I think we're getting
Why don't
lost.
the coordinates move?
Pretty sure
Oh,
we
there
can
you
all
go.
disagree
Change
this
one.
might not be the best strategy. So what can we do?
Drop down?
Bone, let's try clicking on the middle button over here. This returns us to our previously selected marker. As I mentioned, we did not select Yayla, so we've gone back to Selin. So now we know where we are,
Okay, so
That's
one
a
of them's
step in the
go
right
to
direction.
yourself, too.
but we're still not at Calliope.
Yeah. Self-cancel
So
marker and
we need to find a
go to
different way.
marker.
Bone, could you take a step? Could you use the step back button until we can see the whole solar system, please?
Like, this
There
is
it is.
cool, but like...
Oh, that's nice.
It's makeup on a pig, though.
I think
Until we get to
Calliope
those
is one
drop-down
of
menus.
Microtext moons. So if we double click on that bone, we should be able to see it.
I'm not
And
like
there
this
it
is better. I will not complain. This is better.
Bone, let's pan to it and then zoom in so we can see that magnetic cursor in action again.
I didn't come here for an
Can you
episode of
zoom
Khan
in, Bone?
Academy.
Thank you.
Enhance. Enhance.
It's so cool to see more of our moons and planets and how
Enhance,
different
enhance.
they all look.
Enhance more.
Okay,
Enhance
so
that
this is
480p
great.
picture.
But what if I hadn't already known where Calliope was? Surely
Drop-down
there's
menus!
a faster way. We've got you. We've provided a drop-down that
fuck.
lists the points of interest in the solar system.
Thank
Bone,
fuck. So now if
want to
people's
extend it now?
markers are clogging things up, you can just select the place under them. If that's still how things work.
God. Hopefully.
Is it not working? Okay, there we go.
Okay.
We're actively working on ways to improve the way this list is presented to you.
We're working
to make
on
it even
it,
easier
they say.
to find what you're looking for. And yes, this will include search
The hitbox just
functionality.
isn't big enough. That's all
Search
I thought.
functionality. Thank fuck. Yes, there we go.
But for now, Bone, let's use this to go to aerial.
Ah, this is so good.
Yeah, this is like 90s
I
space
absolutely
movie.
love zooming around on
Looking
this
at a map right now.
Bone, want to find area 18 for me?
Yeah, me too.
So much faster. Especially if there's search, you can just be like, I want to go to
Area 18
fucking
is
Brio's
currently on
Breaker
the
Yard,
dark side
type
of
it
the
in,
planet,
set
it
route,
seems.
and fucking just you're done.
Of course, it's not just planets and moons.
Yeah, they've made
Bone,
navigating a lot
how about
easier.
we take a look at Security Post Korea?
This is where they need search function, though.
Quite a long way down, isn't it? This is where the upcoming
Autofill.
search will really come in useful.
There, set route, fucking jump,
Bone, want to
easy
zoom
game.
in a little and show off our holographic model of this station?
Oh, can you zoom in to like the actual like interior? It's pretty clutch. Oh. Can you not go to the interior?
Probably not.
Oh well, that's
Bone,
still.
can you also drop down again, please? Thank you. As you may have noticed,
I think
the
it's going to be
recent
cool,
list
but
in
it's
the
also
drop-down
going to just be
populates
add
as you
more.
click on locations in
Just
the
going to
list.
be add more to your traveling.
It will remember your 3 most recent selections.
It's gonna be super
so you can
useful
use
when we're
this to
20
quickly
people
return to
strong
places
going
in
to
case you
one.
want to
Yeah,
check something
that's-
else again.
I can't wait for it.
That's
Bone,
definitely a
let's
plus.
use this to go back to
The
area.
drop down, that's all they needed. But like this is a better looking map. I'll agree.
Okay, so we've done a lot of exploring. I think it's time that we head back. We could do this by selecting Orison from the list, but we also have our own marker that we
Return
can
to
take
person.
advantage of here. The eagle-eyed amongst you may have noticed that the player marker clamps to the edge of the map, keeping it visible to you no matter how far away you go. To get back to our position, we could double-click that marker, or we could click the first of the navigation buttons to zoom straight there. Now, I'm sure many of you have been wondering if we can go back to our Carrack map from the star map, just like how we got here from the Carrack map just a few minutes ago. So, let's see what happens when we focus on our player marker. Go ahead, Bone.
30K.
30K, yeah. Back to the carrot. Now the being able to set markers permanently so that you can be like, this is Jump Town for own use. You know what I mean?
That's actually pretty cool. That's actually
Right.
pretty cool.
So yeah, here's
Or
our
you could
Carrack
like
again.
pick
Being
areas
able
to
to
do
simply
things
zoom
Yeah,
between
you can be
these
like,
map
tank
contexts
battle's gonna be at
lets you
this,
draw
and I can
meaningful
share it out there.
connections between what's on the ground
They just go to
and
the
what's in the
marker.
skies like never before.
Dynamically instead of like a week notice of everybody
Just
and
for
then
fun,
they don't
let's
ever
zoom
read it
all the way
anyways.
back
The
out
second of,
so
I
we
can
can
just
see the
send
entire
out a
Stanton
marker to
solar
everyone.
system. It's just so cool to watch the verse open up before our eyes.
All right, so Clown, what do you think of that second Zeus ship that has the EMP and the quantum dampener and the massive armory?
With all these new possibilities
see any
for
of the
moving
ships,
around
I
the
just
star
started
map,
watching
you should
the
never find
film
yourself
interview.
lost again.
They released
the controls
RSI
are so much
Zeus.
smoother and easier
Mark
to
II.
use than the
They
star map
released
you're
3
used
variants
to,
of it.
As I hope Bone agrees.
They don't look like the
Knowing
Zeus,
that what we've shown
but they
here
look like an
today is just
RSI
the
ship.
beginning for the upgraded
They
star
look like a
map.
mini
You
Perseus.
saw pinning in the
And-
local map.
Like
And we'll add this to the
released,
star
or
map
is it
before you
just
get
Oh,
it.
it's
this is a ship?
No,
Just
it's
imagine
concept.
being
It's
able
gray
to mark
box
something
concept.
interesting you find out there in the verse, and then sharing that location with
Listen
friends,
to this.
just like Zane said.
There's 3 versions of it. One of the versions
Exploration
is
about
a
to get
kind of
a lot
exploration
more
ship.
interesting.
It has
And we're doing
4
everything
size
we
2
can
shields.
to ensure the star map is your brightest window to
Kinda
the
cool.
stars yet.
Yeah,
That's a lot of help.
The Bounty Hunter one with the QED and the Quantum Dampener has 3 size 2 shields. It has a
And
massive
now,
armory.
Let's welcome
The pilot has
traffic
2
demo
size 4
driver
guns.
Bone
And
back
there's
to
a
the stage.
twin size 3 turret on it. And it's
Thanks, Emily.
it's 190, but you can
Thanks a lot.
on Warbond with a cool paint. It's like 175.
Yeah, or something like that.
I think I might get it.
So we're
I got the
really,
cargo
really
one,
excited
so.
about getting all these features into your hands.
The base
The,
model one
owner
with the
of the
4
players
size 2
of Star
shields
Citizen
has
and
the
Squadron
same weapons,
42.
but it's
We know they're going to make a
135.
huge
So it's like
difference
not
to the way you make your way
bad
around the
price-wise.
universe. So let's just
But you
quickly
gotta remember,
review
you're
what
not
we've
gonna be able to
seen.
run all of your shield
We've
power,
rebuilt the visor display
the
to
quantum
give you a better
restriction,
understanding
and
of the
EMP device all
environment
at once. So
around
you're gonna
you.
have to,
Yeah.
they're
The
gonna
new
do power.
minimap with the integrated
Compass on
radar
the
and
minimap is
ping,
nice, too.
and it will help you find your way around.
And elevation. Okay.
There's a new Mobi-Glass coming with its sleek new design.
You see that EVA fuel?
We're improving all the existing apps.
Do you see that?
And we're going
That's
to
always
develop
been a
some new
thing. It
ones
just
too
never
along the
runs
way.
out.
Oh, really? Okay.
So we've got a
Yep.
video now.
Yeah, this is all the same information we have.
And
They just
then
dressed
there's
it
our
a little
interior
nicer.
map
Presented
technology,
better.
which will
This
truly
topographical
help
map,
you
though, is different.
understand your
Yeah,
surroundings.
that's definitely different.
Better awareness
using your
of your
scanner.
surroundings and threats, exploring new map and mapping new areas, pinning locations for later,
Now
and sharing
this
these with your
area
friends.
that he's at, that looks like an airstrip of some sort. In the
Yeah,
mountains.
a little bunker instead of a mountain. Yeah.
Looks sick. See Idris map.
Or the Idris.
Look at the lower hangar on that thing.
That looks great.
The hangar's huge.
Yeah.
Kind of neat how he's cycling through the decks.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did you see that the Polaris is like pretty much done? They said they're releasing it soon. They said the Galaxy and then the Perseus come after that, like pretty quick.
More of Horizon.
But they showed
Horizon?
the Polaris nuke an Idris and 1 barrage of missiles. 1 shot at an Idris.
Yeah, it was like 4 torps, and then
And of course,
Don't
the
worry,
entirely
size-
new
size
integrated star
10s,
map.
right?
Yeah, man, it clapped it. It's
With
so
its new
funny.
interface.
It just
and
showed
let's
up.
Face it, a
It just
much-needed
locks it,
refresh
fires
to
4
the user
torps, and it's
experience.
gone. It's fucking.
No more getting
Yes.
lost. A whole new perspective.
Don't worry, it also put out a Scorpius for us to watch.
Yeah, there was a Scorpius
All these
inside
upcoming
of the hangar
features.
too, which was just like.
Where will
added.
you explore today? Thank you very much. Cheers.
Alright, so that was. Yeah, that demo was worth. The mini-map, the topographical mini-map, the compass in the HUD, the better HUD, the being able to set and sell markers, the star
All right.
map being fixed.
Sorry.
Like, that right
I was
there
back
is so
trying to
many
figure out how to
problems.
reprogram
just
my
fixed.
Alexa to respond to Bone.
Yeah.
Bone,
There's
add
a lot of
Cheerios
work
to the grocery
recently.
list.
Well, they
Bone,
expanded
rescue the
pretty-
hostages.
Pretty big.
Dave Haddock, if we don't have that in the narrative, I'm going to find you. Guys, that's it for day 1 of Citizencon. What'd you think?
You know what I think? I think there's going to be. There's one more thing.
More.
It's Squadron 42 trailer.
That is a heck of a day 1. You want to do it again tomorrow? We saw Star Engine and all the amazing improvements that are coming to Star Citizen and Squadron 42. We saw the next step in the evolution of resource management and the birth of multi-crew gameplay.
Earth.
We saw the ship guys. And of course, come on, the star map, the interior map, everything. I often joke that we're just like you in many of the same ways. We want
Man,
the
I can't
same
wait for
things.
that
We
episode.
need the same things. We have all collectively, all 1,300 of us working for Cloud Imperium Games, been like, when Star Map? When to see it? So good. So yeah, this wraps up day one. I'm going to tell you that Hall B is going to be open for about another 2 hours. So if you haven't had a chance to check out the Pyro Playground and all that stuff, go ahead and do that.
Guess not.
Tomorrow, be sure you come back. We got character advancement. That's Ian Leyland, Sean Tracy, Forrest Steffen, and Andre Perez. I really want to tell you what you're going to see, but you're not going to want to miss it. If you thought the opening to day one was hot, check out the opening to day two. We got life in the first person. We got our FPS crew. They're going to show you how all of these things integrate into the FPS combat experience. We got Taking Flight with Yogi. Who doesn't love Yogi? It's another live demo where they're going to show you the space flight and atmospheric flight experience that's been developed with master modes and through Squadron 42. We got Living on the Edge and Destination Adventure, a two-part look at all the new locations that are coming in the Pyro system, the Stanton system, and I've been here 9 years. I got to make it to 10. So yeah, everybody, from the bottom of my heart and standing here in front of the 1,300 people who make this game possible, thank you for joining us for Citizencon. Come back tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific. We'll see you then. Day one was great. You ain't seen nothing yet.
All right.
Take care, everybody.
See you tomorrow at noon. Just past it.
We ain't seen nothing yet.
I expected there to be a Squadron 42 trailer thing at this point.
I think they saved the bigger news for the second day.
Yeah, it's
Kinda
possible.
makes sense.
Yeah. Well, see you guys. I'm gonna get off because I gotta go spend time with the family.
Yeah. Have a good evening. Let's get this
Y'all
back
too.
into full screen here, so I can't fucking see what I'm doing here. There we go. That's fucking better. Oh shit! Change this resolution, please. Better. $1920 by 1080. There we go. Oh god, I have Inception. I have everything messed up here. Window 2 off. There we go. Let's get Emperor on this side here. So minimize that. That over here. So yeah. Overall, what do you think? I know you didn't watch too much of it, Clown, but
I like the star map. That was pretty much the only part that I saw. That looks
Yeah.
pretty cool. It looks like it's more usable, at least.
yeah, they showed the space
You don't have to
whales.
know all the tricks and tips to like work through it. Hopefully.
Yeah. So, what was some of the stuff that we've seen? So the first thing, they showed off. This is some cool stuff. They showed off the fire stuff, like how fire is gonna work.
Oh yeah, like in ships.
In ships, and they also said on planets, so you'll be able to set fire to like terrain.
What? That's
yeah,
cool.
so like burn down Microtech Forest. Anyone?
Is that how you get your tank through?
Yeah,
Burn
we're
it
just gonna
first?
we're gonna firebomb the whole area first, burn them out, and then go in. So yeah, they showed off how fire is gonna work. Now they showed off a bunch of like water physics. Okay, No.
Boats? Boats when?
Boats soon. Because what they showed is if you fly a ship over the surface of the water, it shows it like stirring up the water and everything getting all like frothy. And then if you engage boost, you can see the water deform below the boost in like where it's pushing the water out of the way. So like water actually has like physical properties to it now.
Right.
So it's like talk about like graphics cards going to be screaming. One big thing that they showed though is it was two big things. Right now they're on CPU. They're putting them 100% onto GPU.
Really?
Yeah, they're moving things over onto the GPU for processing. And one of them was rendering of terrain and objects. It's going 100% GPU so that there shouldn't be as much pop-in, if any, is what they're saying. They showed all the engineering. Like, engineering, like, totally works right now. And they said they're going to put it up on Arena Commander to test. And
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they showed...
How about, like, is ship gravity included in that?
Ship gravity, fire, like venting oxygen and atmosphere, fixing components, putting power relays in, shutting, opening doors from like the terminals. Like it was a lot. And then they showed in the clip is what they showed is they showed 3 people on an A2, okay? And they showed a Gladius run up on an A2 with ballistics and start firing into the back right corner of the A2. And it was penning the hull and shredding the power plant, okay? So they started having to go back down there and fix the power plant immediately. And then they started having to... Oh, this is the other thing. They showed that right now, power plants put out more power than large ships need. But what they said they're doing is going to make it where like large ships draw more power than power plants put out. So that means that like if you're flying around doing your thing, you have to have all power to weapons like off so that you can power like your quantum drive and your like thrusters and like your onboard like habitation like life support systems.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like you shouldn't be able to just like have everything at full power all the time.
Well, this is what
you can atmosphere one of the compartments with people in it and kill them if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be kind of cool.
And then they showed that like when you get into combat, you're gonna have to shut off like life support, like quantum drive, and like put all the power to guns. And then they also showed that like when that one power plant went out, they were losing power and everything. But what they're adding to ships is batteries and battery supply of power. So these batteries are going to be like additional power to make up the difference. But they only last so long, and when they're depleted, the only way to fill them back up is like shut systems off and then like route power to the batteries. So what happened is, like, this is complex as fuck. Large ships are going to take a lot to fly now.
That's kind of cool. That's how it should be.
Yeah. So, like, there is no more single fucking cruise ships. It's not happening.
I like if the ship's systems go down, you can turn on the house batteries and run everything exclusively off the batteries for a little bit.
Well, like, that would drain the power immediately. But, like, what happened was, like, the power plant went down and they were repairing it, but this Gladius was shredding the power plant. And I think
the shields were down, though.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm just saying that, like, ship shoots power plant. Power plant gets fucked up. They start losing power to a bunch of shit. Buddy had to use the batteries to make up the difference. And they were trying to save the second power plant so that they wouldn't just be dead in the water. So they were there trying to, like, you know, shut off life control systems and shut off weapons and do things to, like, reroute power because they only have one power plant because one got destroyed. They lost the ship at the end of it, is what happened. they weren't able to pull it off, and they like lost the ship. Not because it blew up, but it was just fucking inert, dead in the water. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's trippy. There was 3 people trying to man an A2, and they couldn't keep it alive. Like, just like running around with tractor beams trying to repair things and whatnot. So that was interesting.
I just wanted to pop in to say that fucking Citizencon, the last panel was fucking hot.
Oh, it was hot. It was hard to fucking listen to Buddy explain the star map. I mean, the like mini map, but it was legit what he was showing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was legit. But the fire, they showed fire extinguishers and stuff, actually being able to like fight fires on your ships.
I felt like the fire extinguishers were kind of fucking useless. Not gonna lie.
They weren't bad for like if you catch something fast. But like, if the fire is already 3/4 of your ship, you're not getting it out with a fire extinguisher, which is kind of like legit.
Yeah, but whenever they showed that one little room on fire and he was using the fire extinguisher, by the time he went over to the other section, the section that he just hit was back on fire.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, the fire seems like the only way to stop the fire is vent the oxygen.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
How did y'all feel about them saying that the Idris is gonna be out soon, or not the Idris, the Polaris?
If you look at the roadmap, the Polaris is done development like mid-December. Like they're 3/4 of the way through working on it right now.
They've been working on the modules and everything.
Yeah.
They probably already got the modules done. It's just they got to figure out how to
it's going to
sell
be out
them.
with Pyro, like no question.
Yeah. Also with the whole Idris, all the Idris packages coming out with Squadron 42, I think that's really cool.
Yeah, that's legit.
I have a feeling, I still have a feeling that we're gonna get not necessarily a date, but a little bit of a vague timeline for Squadron 42 tomorrow.
I thought it was going to be at the end of today, but I know it could be tomorrow. I'm still not giving up hope, but I think it's going to be a tentative date, like fall 2024. You know what I mean? Something.
Yeah.
Something like, just generic date.
I will say, what didn't really surprise me at all is the cutter variants.
Well, yeah, fucking Marcus stole one of them last week from the dev.
Shit was so good.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What do you think about the Zeus? When they showed the first picture of it, I was like, "This is a meme, right?" Like,
Yeah, definitely. That wasn't the very best picture that they should have offered.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like so base. It needs more weapons too.
Looked nothing like the actual Zeus.
Yeah, it looked nothing like the actual Zeus. I thought it looked pretty interesting, but I feel in actual use case, it's going to be kind of useless.
Well, let me be 100% honest. I like the second variant of it. I find it looks like a mini Perseus, and the fact that it has EMP, quantum dampener, a fat armory, like I see a use case for it as like a pretty deadly like bounty hunter ship. Now, the pilot weapons, I'm not sold on. 2 size 4s, like come on, that's the same weapons as a fucking Talon. Like, that's pretty mid. If it had 4 size 4s, I'm in. Like,
now personally, where I think it'll actually shine is transporting vehicles.
To the ASOP vehicle
I
retrieval
don't know.
The cargo variant has a decent.
It didn't look like it had a high roof.
Yeah, that might be fair.
It looked kind of like slim. I don't think you could put a tank on it. Definitely not a ballista. You know what I mean? But like light vehicles, like sure, I can see that. Now, the base model of it, 4 size 2 shields, and it has the same weapons as the second one.
That did pique my interest.
It's interesting.
The 4 size 2 shields. I feel like that was an interesting choice.
If
I wonder if they're gonna do it like 1 shield covers each side.
That would be mid. If it's a bubble, if it's a 4 shield bubble, drop ship, definitely a fucking solid drop ship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I honestly, I have in my cart the second variant of it. The only reason I might get it is because with the Concierge Warbond version, you get it and the paint, and it's 175. And I was already planning to melt this A1, probably, because
how is the A1?
The A1's fine, but that thing seems like more of what I'd be interested in. Like, let me go pull it back up on their website because I was looking at it. The A1 is sick. Here's the only reason I'm thinking about the A1. Like, I'm even debating maybe keeping it. Is you can put a rock in the back, and you can also put a Tumbrel MT, and it fits perfectly. So, like, if you wanted something to just go solo rock mining with, it handles great for being able to drive a rock around, and it has, like, enough defensive capabilities, I guess, and it kind of looks cool, but, like, this Zeus ship, though, if I can put a rock in that, no question, that's what I'd rather use.
On a completely different subject.
Yeah.
The pyro being playable at Citizencon, did you catch where they said that we'll be able to play it at home as well?
It said
that there's going to be instructions on the...
It's like a PTU, but you have to be selected.
Yeah, it said it was at the end of the month. If you bought the Citizencon goodies bundle, that you might be selected with a code to fucking test it. But, like, in my opinion, that's just like, it's like an invite to what's it called?
Yeah, it's like Evocati.
Evocati, yeah. It's like you're being invited to Evocati. That's what it is.
So somebody's saying that Galaxy is within 12 months.
I don't know how they would guess that, but maybe.
Within the next 12 months. That's a big soon.
I kind of agree with that.
That's
just
yeah.
because
why would they show it like
playable.
that? Yep.
Yeah.
So,
why would they do all that?
Here's the thing. Polaris, my guess is with Pyro. So that's like, start of next year is my guess. And then
Galaxy
they said
is the smaller one, right?
What?
Galaxy is the smaller
Galaxy's
one, right?
the modular one.
Yeah, the modular one. Yep.
So they said after the Polaris, Galaxy comes out after the Polaris. Well, they said they're going to start working on the Galaxy after the Polaris is done. Then they said after the Galaxy's done, they're doing the Perseus, which is fucking amazing. Now, let's say it takes them 6-9 months to do the Galaxy, and then a further 6-9 months to do the Perseus. We might be looking at a Perseus, like, start of, well, like not next year, but the start of the year after Perseus, which is like, at least there's some sort of a horizon date for it. You know what I mean? Like, and they said since they're doing the RSI ships and they're all pretty similar and that they're doing them kind of modular, like, they're gonna have a RSI like break room, like living quarters, and they said that's pretty much like going to be the standard RSI living quarters, and they're just going to like copy and paste it into the next ship. And I was like, mid, but if it makes you get the ship out faster, I don't give a fuck, to be honest. Now, I'm looking at this RSI Zeus Mark II MR, and it does have a ramp that drops down in the ass end that looks like you can drive a small vehicle into. So if you can put a rock in this thing, I'm sold. Now, one thing that it shows is it shows a turret on the top. Okay, all right. Okay, here's what's interesting. This changes things a little bit. The one with the quantum dampener and the EMP, it has 2 size 4 weapons to the pilot, but it has 2 twin size 3 turrets, so one on the top and one on the bottom. So, like, it's a 3-person ship that can put out a decent amount of firepower, but, like, I would sacrifice the second size 3 turret for 4 pilot weapons, no fucking question. And then there'd be no question. I'm on the fence of getting this thing. You know what I mean? 45 by 34 meters. It's pretty big. It's about the same size as the what's it called? The Spirit. Yeah, it's the same size as the fucking A1.
See, personally, I think I'm just gonna wait.
Yeah. If I could upgrade
I don't
to it,
think
I'd be
it's-
much more interested.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna wait until it's actually out.
Yeah.
So that way, then I can be like, okay, this thing's badass, or this thing's dog shit.
Yeah, it's a while away. It's an RSI ship though, and they said that they're doing RSI ships. So they also said that during IAE they're gonna have an announcement on the RSI mining ship. So it seems like they're gonna kick out all the RSI ships pretty fucking quick.
Yeah, that was what they were saying, is that they want to pump out all of the RSI ships to train up the new guys and, get clear their backlog of that and then start working on everything else.
Now, what do you think about
Daniel
this,
Marchant,
Clown?
Man.
You know the height of the A1? The A1's a big ship.
Yeah.
Now, this Zeus ship is 2 meters thinner, 2 meters more narrow, on the height. And it's skinnier by 25%. Well, the size of the engines on the A1? The Zeus is pretty much as wide as the engines. And it's the same length. So it's a smaller profile than this. Has bigger capacitors. And 3 size 2 shields. So
Oh, that's pretty good.
I'm
how many pilot
compelled.
weapons?
What?
So how many pilot weapons?
It's 2 pilot weapons, which is sad. It's 2 size 4 pilot weapons, which is not amazing.
What are they classifying that ship as?
Medium.
Is it like a fighter, or is it a?
It's a bounty
transporter?
hunter ship, is what they're classifying as. Let's see.
That should be
Combat /
semi-decent at
interdiction
combat.
is what they're calling it.
All right,
Yeah.
boys. I gotta dip out. Y'all take it easy.
All right,
Later.
how's it going?
Later, man.
Combat / interdiction. And it has 2 sets of 4 size 4 missiles on it. So it's some heavy missiles on the thing.
Yeah, that is pretty good.
Now, here's the thing. They don't have a top speed on it. This thing
Right.
looks fast as fuck, though.
If it's an interdiction ship, usually they are pretty quick.
This thing looks like it's supposed to be fast. Now, if it's as fast or faster than a Mantis, it can interdict, it can EMP, and quantum dampen.
Now, is all that driver available? Is the next question.
So this is what it says. It says a 3-person crew.
Or
And
do they
there's,
do it like the Aquarius?
But here's
where,
the
like,
thing.
The passenger.
Here's the thing, though. There's a driver. The driver has pilot weapons. There's 2 turret gunners. A top and a bottom turret. Okay?
Okay.
So, unless one of the turret drivers has control of these, it's better than the Antares because he also has a turret. You know what I mean?
Right.
So even if he is doing it, still, it's not terrible.
Yeah, it's something other to do than press 2 buttons.
Now, this is what it says. It says it does not say he has an interdiction. But what is this? An EMP is an EMP. But it says he has a quantum dampener. So that
Yeah. So that's the short range one, basically.
So that's the one that makes them not able to jump, correct?
Yeah, the one that's only like 2K.
Now, that's more important to me, I think, than pulling people out of quantum drive, correct?
Yeah, especially if you're doing bounties. You don't really snare a person for a bounty.
Yeah, so it doesn't have a snare, is what I'm reading here.
Yeah, so it's just like the blue, or basically it's like the Scorpius version.
Okay.
Just in a different ship.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
There's no speed on this thing. I'm almost sold on this thing. Like, I don't know if you've
Yeah,
seen it
I
yet.
bet you it does 13 plus because like all the interdiction ships do at least 1300.
So here's what I'm looking at is.
How much is it?
So on Warbond with the nice paint, because of Concierge, it's 170.
Also, like the same price as like the Spirit.
Yeah, comes with lifetime insurance. The paint looks badass. I'm gonna share my screen with you for a second. This is what the Concierge paint looks like.
Oh, that is pretty cool. Oh, that's a pretty cool looking ship.
Yeah. See, there's a top and bottom turret, 2 sides, 4 guns to the pilot. Goes fast as fuck. Can EMP and quantum dampen, and it has a huge armory in it, like bigger than the A2's armory.
Who's it made by?
RSI.
Ours. Oh yeah, it says it right there, doesn't it?
So like, they said they're working on RSI ships. Oh, here's the stock version of it too. If you see this. This is like without the cool paint. This is just like the stock look of it.
So what's those like triangle ships in Star Wars? Kind of looks like that.
Yeah. Now, the only reason I want to buy it on Concierge is really this paint. This paint is fucking badass.
Yeah.
Now, other reason. Are you getting like mini Perseus vibes from this thing?
Does kind of look like a smaller version of Perseus.
Now, here's another thing. Think of this. What's the length on this? 47? It said it was 47. Now let me go to other RSI ship. Let me find it here. Scorpius. Fuck, it's 24. So the Scorpius is
There's people already posting videos of them playing in Pyro.
Yeah.
Really?
Okay, so here's the thing. The Scorpius is 32 meters wide, 24 long, and 13 high. This thing's shorter than the Scorpius. It's a bit longer than the Scorpius and a bit wider, but if you could put this thing in the hangar of the Polaris, so like your Polaris could have like a quantum interdiction snare EMP thing with it, be kind of clutch.
Get your ship in your small. That would be cool if they made like small versions of ships to go in the ship.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm here debating if I want to give Roberts my money. Now, the sad thing is, I cannot get... What's it called? I can't get upgrade war bonds to it. I just have to, like, buy it outright. You know what I mean? So, like...
I can't play the Warbond game.
No. 9 Desmond 80. I can use my store credit on a little bit of my purchase. Here's the thing. Fuck it. I was thinking about melting my fucking A1. Like, especially theoretically for this ship. Because I'll be 100% real. I'm not sold on the A1. The fact that it has such dog shit small components and is kind of useless.
I bought it back off of buyback.
It's a glass ship.
I plan to do it.
You
but
bump
I
into
don't
anything
know
and it destroys the ship and you can't control it. It's so weak.
To me, the bombs are the most disappointing part. I wanted to be able to like fucking lay a line of bombs down and watch them explode. Can't even do that.
Yeah, man, it's hard. It's hard with the bombs. Like the bombs are bad.
But like maybe I'll fix that. But like when?
Yeah, definitely not anytime soon.
It's just too weak. I mean, you bump into things and all of a sudden half your ship is damaged.
Oh really?
It's really weak. I mean, just in the hangar bumping, you're like, how the hell are my wing red all of a sudden?
Also haven't tried to fight anyone with it either.
It flies great. I mean, they fly Crusader.
Yeah, I like the way it flies.
It's so big though. This thing, it's considered a light ship. This is a medium ship. Let's be real. It's the size of a medium ship.
What's this? What ship?
The A1. Like, it's a medium ship.
Yeah, definitely.
If that fucking Zeus ship is a medium ship, this is a medium ship. Like, that Zeus ship has 3 size 2 shields. This thing has like 1 size 2? Or
And
1
the
size
Zeus
1?
is the one that is that launched all the missiles, right? The torps.
No, that's the Polaris.
The Polaris, yes, right.
I saw you had the Zeus stuff. I thought you guys were talking about that thing.
What do you think about the second model of it?
Dude, I spaced. I didn't pay any attention. I just saw the ship and like didn't listen to what they were saying.
Yeah.
I'm here to see what you thought.
He's about to buy it.
I'm debating, man. I'm debating because I have the A1, and I had the A1 like as a pledge from last year, and I was in my head I was planning to melt it. I just wanted to try it out before I melted it, because I wanted to just try dropping the bombs on it, see how it flew, blah 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 blah. The fact that it has the same capacitor as an Arrow, has no shields, is just like you blow on it and it blows up, and you can't drop the bombs in groups. You have to drop them one at a time.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking useless.
Hello. Yeah, but like, I like. Did you hear that mailbox? That same capacitor as an Arrow. I was saying that the other night. I'm pretty sure.
I know that when we were fighting who were we fighting, Widley, like it took us like 30 seconds to get. Once he popped our shields, it took like 30 seconds to get our shields back up. Even like to something where it was even noticeable. It was insane. It's like, oh, we just went full offense after that. Like, this is
Triggered me when I pulled the trigger and I noticed it had like 23 bullets.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is
bad? Bad. So sad. I'm getting crazy lag right now in the game. But that's we were just discussing the second Zeus ship. All right, I gotta shut things down. Like fucking.
Here, I'm about to post something to screenshots or hold on.
My stream is falling apart here. It's killing my computer. I'm having over encoder errors. Give me a second. My games just fucking can't load. What the fuck? One sec.
Too much computing for the computer.
There's the 3 different models side by side. The ES, the MR, and the CL. In the screenshots channel. It's kind of lacking guns. I mean, it's got 2 size 4s on it, but
it has
2.
Was it?
It's kind of lacking guns, you know.
So Pilot has 2 size 4s. He also has control though of an EMP and the quantum dampener. So like he does have things he has to do more than focus on shooting, I guess. But it does have 2 twin size 3 turrets on it.
You want the MR? You want the MR? The Zeus MR?
Is that the bounty hunter?
That's
one?
the. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one with the dampener and the EMP.
Yeah.
Yep.
It has a huge armory, which like I can see reasons why it's good. It says it can hold 16 SCU of cargo. I also think that's probably enough space to shove like a rock or a
Fury.
Like a Fury maybe, but I'm more thinking like a Tumbril, some sort of ground vehicle.
What is the purpose for this ship?
It's a bounty hunter ship. That's why it has the EMP and a quantum interdiction.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So it's a 3-person ship. It has 2 turrets on it. Here's the thing. I would way rather be a 2-person ship, get rid of the bottom turret, and give the pilot 2 more weapons. I think it'd be a perfect ship in my opinion then. It looks like a mini Perseus.
Yeah, it does.
It has 3 size 2 shields. And it's smaller in height and width than that A1. And I can only imagine it's going to handle fucking pretty good. And it's going to do like 13 something because it's an interdiction ship. So, I don't know. What do you think of it? Frankie, if you're like adding up, like, you know, I obviously don't think it's going to be like the main PvP ship, but I guarantee it sounds to me like it's better than like a Vanguard Sentinel.
That's
prisoner pod storage.
Yeah, that's what I mean, to store your fucking criminals that you bag.
I don't know.
Kill my.
That's a nice thing.
Killed him.
But yeah.
If you can get double the money for a live, though.
The Sentinel's like my second favorite ship, I think.
That's what I'm saying.
You're
what if this is just a better
Sentinel? You're gonna get Frankie to like change his mind on it.
I mean, dead or alive, the easy work, right?
Yeah.
The only thing with the Sentinel is it's got this stupid glass in the way for you could put a vehicle in there.
You know what? I like the A1. That's what I think.
Flies.
You like
great.
the A1? Like, what do you like about the A1?
I didn't like it until I saw it in game, and then
It looks good. It looks good.
This thing is.
You've got to shoot the bombs and be not very, very short on ground. What, Nancy?
Yeah.
Did you ever drop the bombs, Frankie?
Nope.
Welcome to the A.
Yeah, there's
Exactly like these
pretty
two.
Fucked up.
I think the range could be a little bit increased, but
yeah. Here's the thing.
I mean, it's a small bomber. I feel like we could be super precise with it because it wasn't a huge nuke.
What do you?
And we defended ourselves against it.
What do you think?
I just think that it's like a skill to get it in, and then like if you see one coming in, it's not like Doomsday like the A2 where you're like, well, what are we gonna fucking do?
Right.
I think it's got a place. I don't think it's gonna be.
You got a shot at stopping it.
I
This
think
was the conversation we had with Frankie.
A squadron of them come in, and that's where the damage comes from. Is like you have a field battle going on, and you got 3 or 4 of those fly in and just start dropping bombs randomly all over the place.
Yeah. Now, Mailbox, what do you think about it, the fact that it drops the bombs one at a time with a really large delay between them?
I mean, here's the thing, because I got in this debate the other day with people, because I've done it, right? I've done a bomb run, and like if you want to space them out, again, you can have up to 5 drop at one time.
Yeah, but like it's one drops, 10 seconds goes by, a second one drops, 10 seconds go by, a third one drops. So like it takes.
When you load up more than one, it takes that long.
Yes. So like to drop all 5 bombs, you have
I thought ours dropped faster than that, Frankie.
You have to. It's like 30 plus seconds to drop all 5 bombs.
Yeah, it's silly.
So like if you're going any
I'm in it right now. I'll test it here in a second.
Yeah. If you're going any amount of speed, you need like a 5-kilometer straight line to drop them all. You know what I mean?
And don't point straight down and drop them because you'll bomb yourself. I did that shit last night.
Yeah, that was the first thing I tried to do, was like ripple some bombs out of it. I was disappointed.
Yeah, it's like
Sounds
1,000 meters.
You made some poor decisions there, Parky.
Oh yeah, always. That's how I roll.
So I think we got to figure out how to drop people out of those things.
That's what I've been screaming. Nobody will help me.
And then it has jail cells.
Yeah, you can't like because once you drop the bomb, and that thing's not opening up again.
All right,
I mean,
me and Yeetus were almost
we can
climbed up
rig
under him. Me and Yeetus were almost climbed up under him.
You want to drop with the bomb?
Yeetus got stuck underneath one.
Here, tell you what, Frankie, let's glitch you into one of the bombs, and you can drop with it.
I'll get in it right now.
What I was thinking is you could probably sabotage one by putting like a clothing box in the way. Like put it in there and then see what happens. Because I want to see that thing come alive, like the fins kick out inside the ship and see what happens.
Okay, has anyone tested if you could shoot them once they're out?
That's great. That's all, and it looks good. Does look good. And we're struggling. I had like 40 things open. And Too Fat, why aren't you up? Is the question.
gonna destroy us, and they're being bitches.
No, I'm ready. Let's go. Come on, I'm ready to die.
Glitch,
Yeah,
did you just get up
let's
or
go mess around.
you stay up all night?
Yeah, I'm on LSD, so I can't sleep.
Having a good evening, I see.
Oh yeah, woman free. Time to celebrate a little. So, what's this all about the Zeus? So I see in the store, it's the third ship coming up this week to purchase. Yeah. Okay. I'm not buying that.
So there is a very cheap model of it. That's the base model. It has four size 2 shields. It has the pilot weapons that are 2 size 4s. It has a size 3, twin size 3 turret on it. It can hold a decent amount of cargo. It has like a nice living quarters. Blah 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 blah. $135. So like, it's a pretty low tier ship. That's like actually like not bad on the.
Unless you have somebody on it, it's not. I don't know if it's gonna be a good bounty hunter ship or not.
Yeah,
2 size 4s is cool.
Well, I mean, that is the bounty hunter version.
No,
Yeah,
that's
the
the
one I'm
base
looking at.
version. The bounty hunter version is like 175.
I'll be honest, I just didn't watch shit today, so
Yeah.
I had to do that.
What is the bounty hunter version? Is it the Zeus MK2MR?
Yes. So we're guessing the speed, but if it's an interdiction ship, it's probably above 1300. Has 2 size 4 weapons, 2 sets of size 3 turrets on it. It has a big armory, pods to put prisoners. I think you can fit a ground vehicle on it, and it has 3 size 2 shields.
I mean, it's good. Even the cargo one's got 32 SCU of cargo.
The cargo one had 120 something. The cargo variant.
No, that was the ES. That was the ES. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was exterior. Hold up. That's kind of cool. Yeah, 128.
128. Yeah. CL.
It's not bad for cargo.
No.
For a little cargo.
No, not at all. And like that's like a terrapin basically.
Well, where do you see this data?
Just go.
Hey,
on the
go to
website.
screenshots. Go to screenshots in this Discord, and I posted some colorful pictures with all the stats
Just that too.
lined up, everything.
You can just go to the RSI website and go to ships, and it's all and go to RSI, and all the variants are there, and you can look at all the specs and the size and all that shit.
Okay. That's harder to read. Go look at the picture I posted. It's all of them are lined up beside each other.
What's that? Screenshots. All right, that's a fair picture. You'll have to open that in browser though and zoom in on it.
Compared to the F8, which one would you use?
Oh, the F8 is a different thing.
Yeah, F8's
I know.
I'm already thinking about getting rid of mine.
Why?
I don't know. I like it, but
The F8?
I see the F8 just being like dominant for a while.
I think that's a pretty good ship.
Yeah.
Until the military version of it's available, I think it's going to be fucking very capable for what it is.
Do you think it's fair for those people that spent $10,000 on the game that received
I don't
one? Do you think them
I
getting
don't
the military?
No, here's the thing. This is how this works. This is how this works.
I'm not one of them. I don't care about them.
Well, this is how it works. It wasn't if you spend 10,000, you get this ship. It's you've spent 10,000, now we're gonna give you this ship. It's cargo
It
for
was
the
always
horse.
supposed to be
because I will never release this.
Here's a gift. Now you can't put a value on it, because
it's
well,
fun.
it's always been a ship that was going to be unlockable. And
Yes,
unlockable.
It wasn't just for them. It's not they got a special ship. It's when the game comes out, when this ship comes out in game, you get a free one because you spent $10,000. Not you spent $10,000, so you're the only one who gets this ship first. The only
Plus,
thing
I'm all over the gatekeeping shit. Like, just have fun, man. You got something that everyone now we get to enjoy it too.
It's so silly.
Have fun.
They got a special paint.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Dude, it's a dope ass paint. Like, I would almost.
Dope ass paint.
If I had some money, I'd drop it right now because that's slick.
Ooh, if somebody wants to sell me their Olympia paint for the A1 or the E1,
now
if you have it, and you want
I
to
don't
sell
think
They
you
don't
can
work right
trade
now.
them. You can't send
No.
them. I don't think.
If you bought them with cash, you can.
Oh, can you? Okay.
Yeah, it's
now-
like
I
Mustang.
missed it last year. They didn't sell it. They're not selling
Now,
it this
here,
year. I
let
missed
me
it
show
last
you
year.
guys this. This is the reason why I want to buy this fucking ship. And you're going to laugh, but like this is legit the reason why I want to buy it. because Concierge, look at the paint that you get for it. If I buy the Warbond Concierge version of it for $170, this is the paint you get for it. I'm sharing my screen there.
As a paint snob, I spent way too much money in this game because of cool ass paint.
But like, this is a dope paint.
Half of my buybacks are paint.
I know, but like, this is a dope paint. Black and gold, fucking
Black and
sign
gold
me
is
up.
great, dude.
Sign me fucking
That's
up.
why I want that Olympia paint. I want that Olympia paint. Whoever's got it for sale, let me know. I'll buy it from you.
I almost got textures. That's how good it was. Dude, that's fucking goddamn you.
Look at the paint, man. Look at the fucking paint. It's amazing.
That's why I want the lightning. I want to spend like an extra 10 G's just to get the lightning paint.
That was a bogey last night. He's got it, Mailbox.
Oh,
he was in his fucking black and gold.
Too fat. 2.1 is not bad.
I need to put him down then.
Yeah, look at that.
I'm gonna put distortions on all mine just to knock
Frankie,
his out.
did you say the developers were like dropping him in bunkers now and near people that weren't?
Here's the
PvP
base
oriented?
paint on it. Base paint, fine, whatever, garbage. This paint,
wait,
fuck on point.
The blue. Your stream's a little pixely, but yeah. Go back to the blue. Was that all black or was that blue in there too?
Black with some blue bits on it. Let me just go to the big image on it. That's the base paint of it.
That's rad.
It's pretty deadly.
That's dope
like
too.
Hurston security versus like Hurston business class.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly, man. Now, other side note, watching that Polaris fucking one tap the Idris, like, get the fuck out of here, Idris. Like, that was
how much is the
good sick.
I'm so happy I got up.
How much is the bounty hunter? Did somebody say what the price is?
For me on Concierge on Warbond, it's 170.
Oh, that shit's already for sale.
Yeah, yeah, I have it in my cart here.
I think I make some ship money.
I got stoned earlier. Fucking lost track of everything.
I'm here about to hit the buy button on this.
Oh shit! I just found random drugs. Take it.
I'm here to debate. I'm waiting for somebody to convince me that it's not a good idea, and I don't hear it.
It's probably not, but like.
Yeah, well, as soon as you board it, let us have a white, and I'll check, and I might get it as well.
Wait till that acid kicks in, and you'll have it in your card too.
What version is that again, Dead Sea?
That's the Bounty Hunter one, the Mark II.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about the Bounty Hunter version anyway.
But that's got the dampener and the fuck the EM. Well, I want to know, like, how is the dampener going to be better than what's the other one, the white one, the RSI?
I think it's just a basic bitch 2K range dampener.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be the same as like the Aquarius was with the EMP and the dampener.
But like, if this thing,
like, that shit can't like do much with the 2K range.
Here's the thing,
it's not like mobile.
If it's faster, if it's faster than any all the other ships.
The blue's got 33 Gs of VTOL, man.
Oh, that's true. That does help it out a lot, doesn't it?
Now,
yeah.
Here's the thing, though. If this thing is as fast or faster than anything, so you can catch up and keep up to it. You have size 4 weapons, so you can peel down the back shield. You're quantum dampening them so they can't run away, and then you fucking EMP them. I could see it being pretty fucking good for trying to catch people that don't want to fight.
And then to board them and take their stuff.
No, you board them, you knock them out, and you shove them in your prisoner pod, and then fuck with them for the rest of the week.
Oh yeah,
I said board them, and all I want to do is aboard them. So, like, I don't want to have any reason to keep them.
Now, here's my thing. The only reason why I might keep the A1, and you guys are just gonna laugh, I can put a rock on the A1. So if I want to go out rock mining by myself, like, fuck a Cutlass. Like, I'd way rather take the A1.
This is the only ship I have right now that has. Oh, I guess I have a Carrack, but other than that, this is the only ship that actually has something I can put something in.
Yeah.
I would use my MSR.
But
I got rid
the
of mine.
MSR is terrible. It flies terrible in atmosphere. It's terrible in atmosphere.
If it was the OG MSR, I would never get rid of that ship.
Yeah.
But
Now, here's the thing. That Zeus ship, you can put a ground. It has like 16 or 19 SU of cargo. I guarantee I can put a rock in that thing. Way better than the A1 for a rock mining ship, in my opinion. Fly in there with a fucking bounty hunter ship, go rock mining. Like, fuck it.
Did you board it yet?
$170.
170.
Warbond.
Now the basic bitch one is 130, like the one with more shields, but it's like it doesn't have the EMP or the quantum dampener, but it's the same ship. Just remove the quantum dampener and the EMP, the armory, and the prisoner pods, and it has a bigger living quarters and cargo bay. That one's cheap, like that. If it was me getting into the game and I, had a starter ship and I was going to upgrade to something.
Oh, that's a perfect starter ship upgrade.
Yeah, what a starter ship.
Yeah.
2 size 4 pilot weapons. You can have a buddy on your turret. You can put stuff in the cargo bay. You can go rock mining with it. It's fast as fuck. It looks cool. Like,
I want to see inside of it.
They showed on Citizencon the inside layer.
I think it's got an armory too, right?
The bounty hunter one has a huge armory, like bigger than an A2 armory.
Yeah. Oh. Because I think the only option you have then is like the competition is a Taurus, which, I mean, honestly, best bang for buck you can get, if you ask me.
Yeah, the Taurus, it beats the cargo one of these, like, hands down. Like,
but what about the guy? Yeah, I have to look at those because honestly, unless it flew better, but
probably does.
Because I mean, that Taurus, even there's that much pilot weapons, plus you have at least one
turret. You have one turret.
It's been a while. It's been a while since I've owned one.
And you have the shielded cargo area, too, which is like doesn't matter now, but I'm sure it will at some point.
They don't have a ship matrix for this thing yet.
The what?
I got to go find out what it looks like inside.
Oh, like what you get. Also, MCAD saying you get that black and white paint or black and gold paint for any variant if you're a concierge member.
Okay, that was my next question because I don't care about the bounty hunter one. I just want that black ass.
So that $130 version of it, you can get that black and gold paint for that one.
Damn it! Why you gonna make me spend more money? I don't need to spend more money.
Fucking
that paint.
This is half the reason I didn't watch today. I didn't want to have any reason to spend money.
Robert should be fucking paying me like a cut here.
I just bought a ship last week.
I know.
Yeah, the same.
I don't need to be doing this shit right now.
Listen. I'm not trying to convince you. All right, here's a new person in chat. Sunflash, what do you think of the Zeus?
It's a miniature galaxy.
Yep.
I think it's a miniature like Perseus is what I'm getting the vibe of.
Yeah, but it's not as armed.
Oh.
It does exactly the same thing as the 3 modules that the fucking Galaxy has.
I think the Galaxy had a refinery module as one of them.
Oh, yeah, refinery.
And a med bay,
refinery. Yeah, one was medical, one was a refinery, and then one was a cargo.
Yeah.
I had that for like a day.
Yeah,
I bought an upgrade from my C8R Pisces to a Explorer variant of the Zeus.
Yeah.
That was back when people were talking about putting being able to use like a prospector with it.
I really wish it was the actual Zeus, like the old RSI Zeus. I find this one is like not
like the Challenger.
As good.
If they had kept the design style, absolutely.
Yeah. I thought it was a meme at first when they said this is the new Zeus. I thought they were like memeing on us, and then they were serious, and I got kind of sad, but
yeah, it looks copy pasta from a fucking Galaxy.
Yeah.
Tiny version.
Now, here's the bigger question: what do you think of the Polaris? You excited for that?
Oh yeah.
I'm excited to see it in game. I will not buy one myself because I have a Kraken already.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, you can fly
you got
mine.
a Kraken. You got a Kraken.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was disappointed to hear 0 information on it today.
Well, did you? Now, here's the information that they put out. Not happening anytime soon because
yeah, that was it.
because
that is why I have given up on my merchant, man.
The merchant man, literally, they explained that too. Whole team quit, so now it's not happening. It's like,
yeah, that's what all is. Well, unfortunately we had team quit on us.
Yeah.
I do like how they are approaching the design or the
doing RSI stuff first, and then the next stuff. And then
doing it specifically by. It sounds like they're not making any new at least except for the ones that they already have highlighted in that little box fucking figure that they had.
Yeah.
They obviously have more that they haven't announced yet, but it doesn't sound like they're going to start working on any new additional ones. It sounds like they're wanting to start releasing their lineup that they have in backlog already.
Yeah, the fact that they're planning to... This is what I've got out of this is... It seems like Polaris... If you look at the roadmap, Polaris is done in December, it says. So I think we get Polaris with...
No fucking way, already?
Pyro. Yeah, if you look at the roadmap, they've been working on it for the last, 9 months. And
yeah, they said we'd have it within a year.
It's finished on the roadmap. It says Polaris is finished late December. So Polaris with Pyro looks like 100%. Then they said they're starting on the Galaxy.
Would be smart.
Galaxy.
Yeah, Galaxy and then Perseus. Yeah.
Let's say Galaxy is 6-9 months, and then let's say Perseus is 6-9 months after that. That brings it. And here's the other thing they said. They said that RSI mining ship that we voted on last year will be more info on that during IAE. So let's say they bang out all these RSI ships over the next year and a little bit. And then they move on to the next manufacturer that has a backlog of ships, which is what? Maybe Aegis or Anvil. Whatever has the Crucible and the Vulcan and all those different ships. If they move on to that manufacturer and then bang them all out,
I could also see him going Aegis just to get the Javelin out faster.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Aegis has a lot of heavy, sub-capital ships.
Did you hear that all Idris variants come out with Squadron 42?
Yeah.
Now,
I mean, that was given. I mean, they've been in the game for such a long time already.
Now, Squadron 42 though. That's up in the air of when that comes out, obviously. But if that comes out this time next year, that means that we'll have fucking actual capital ships in the fucking game this time next year.
Especially with what was put into Star Citizen News earlier about that French dude saying that it just needs to do what is it? What the hell did he say?
Final polish?
A final polish, yeah. That everything is feature complete.
Done.
Feature complete and is only in a polishing and balancing state right now.
So that's another thing. This is something I've been pushing for months. If you look at the roadmap, and they're pretty hard, they keep that roadmap pretty updated. There is nothing left on the roadmap after December. Now, that doesn't mean they're not working on things. It's just all roads end in December, and they didn't update anything yet. But all Squadron 42 things that have been on the roadmap for the last 6 years, they all finished in October, November. Every single thing that was on their Squadron 42 related, Chapter 1 through 26 or whatever it is, all done. So, if it takes them a year to polish and balance things, I could see it. I could see that.
I don't know. I also don't know. I've never seen really the background of developing games, so I don't know how long a balancing and polishing takes inside games, and if that is a year or 6 months or who fucking knows how long.
Yeah. I could see a year.
From my dirty fucking perspective, I feel like it shouldn't. I feel like we could possibly have it by June of next year.
Yeah, I would. My guess would be that's probably very well could be. Now, thoughts on Frizzy? I knew was saying we're gonna have Pyro at the end of Citizencon. I was like, no, we're definitely gonna have a 2+ month PTU of Pyro. But the fact that they're letting people play it right now, and they said at the end of the month they're actually going to put it in people's hands at home, so that's somewhat a kind of you get drawn for an Evocati of it.
PTU.
What is it? Yeah, a PTU Evocati version. So that means what? End of November? It might be a Wave 2 PTU type thing of where everyone gets to play Pyro.
I could see them trying to push it up by the end of the year.
I don't see Pyro being out by the end of the year, but I could see PTU in everyone's hands end of the year, and them just putting out updates to try and get it not broken.
And 2024.
Yeah, start of next year. I see
Alright.
us being in Pyro.
What you doing, Dad? You want to do something? I'm bored.
He started listening to you talk. Do something entertaining.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I just heard.
I mean, besides that, he also is doing something in game, I think.
He just goes and sits in front of the window.
Oh.
And talks.
Alright.
Yeah, let me get a good background before I go into story time.
Yeah.
Don't listen to me. I'm just
I'll be right back. My kid's calling. What's like?
See where we sit on his priority list. Good to know, gentlemen.
Yeah. MCAD saying he bit the bullet, bought this cargo Zeus. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that's biting the bullet.
I bought the cargo Galaxy, so I bought the exploration Zeus.
You got the exploration one. I think I'm gonna buy the bounty hunter one. I don't know why. Of all of them, it seems like the most appealing to me, and it would honestly be a perfect medium-sized ship to me if it was one less turret, so there's one less crew, and the pilot had 2 extra guns.
I would like to see it first because I didn't saw it all in the Citizencon.
Yeah.
Wait, is that a different? I don't have paints. How do you have paints?
That's exactly why I didn't get the combat variant, was because of the extra turret. I was like, I don't need the extra crew member.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, Dead Sea, you have paints on that thing?
Yeah, it's the concierge one.
You see how many shields the damn thing has?
I have concierge. Why don't I?
Yeah,
why didn't I do that?
the exploration one has 4 size 2 shields. It's fucking wild.
Yeah.
Oh, I know why. Because I did a CCU. I haven't actually claimed it yet. I just have the free one right now.
Yeah, since I have a 600i exploration, I don't know if I'm gonna keep the Zeus after the rework comes out.
Yeah,
for the 600.
Man, I was never a fan of the 600i. I honestly, I don't even know if I walked around on it before.
I love the 600i, and but
the 600i is that one with the huge captain's cabin with the massive glass right under the cockpit.
Yeah, the exhibition.
Yeah.
Like, watch me fuck as I pull out.
Exactly, that's what I thought.
Like that's all. I like that one.
The bed is literally right at the front of the glass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
I just stripped down, like, pulled me into port, baby.
Oh shit!
Let's go.
That's my dirty hobby up in space, baby.
Another thing.
You guys want
Light? You're there, Light?
Yo. Yeah.
I bet you were happy to see that the Retaliator was on ships to be done this year.
Yeah. And my goddamn dropship model.
Yeah, they showed that the new version of the Retaliator is on the list to be done.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like about it is we're losing like the elite hot drop method, so I can't just drop a guy out of the bottom airlock anymore. It's on the side now.
Oh. Might actually have to use a hot drop ship, like a Valkyrie.
What they need is
Fuck the Valkyrie, I'll just keep the goddamn Hammerhead or the Redeemer.
the one type of ship that I would buy in a heartbeat is a actual like drop pod drop ship.
Yeah, drops those nail pods out of it.
You got one. Dead Sea's flying it right now.
Yeah.
Once we figure it out, we're doing this.
Gotta get the bombs out of the way, dude.
You know what also does
love
work?
the
A2 bomb bays, you can just drop out of them easy, and you could have fucking 100 people in your ship just hopping out bomb bay doors.
Yeah.
I want to see what happens when you take an A2 as a flagship and pair it with like 3 A1s and just have them carpet an area.
I honestly think 10 A1s like rolling into Jumptown in some sort of like staggered V type formation, and they just like have 5 bombs prepped each, and they just start indiscriminately bombing the whole fucking area would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I pulled out the A1 the first day it came out, and I went and did one of those Orson platform missions. I had NPCs stuck inside the wall, and so I just bombed the side of the building and killed them.
Nice. Yeah, we pretty much did the same thing today. Me and Glitch rolled into that platform. First bomb, I armed up 5 bombs. First one I dropped, fucking the explosion was so big it made the fucking ship do a fucking front flip.
Dude, I did that to myself. Yep.
Yeah.
I started spitting myself because I was too close.
My guy started
It's
dropping
got a good
bombs out
blast
like
radius.
above myself too. I was like, "Oh shit!" And then I somehow didn't blow up. But
It's got a good blast radius.
Oh, man.
100 meters, I think it is for those bombs.
pretty wild. Now that makes me want so bad for the A2 to get its carpet bombing function. Just like, why is that not in yet?
I can only imagine Jumptown whenever like full destruction comes in, how Jumptown's gonna look.
Yeah, you
the A2's annoyingly unbalanced. It's unstoppable.
No, you can just
And
shoot
it's
the
kind of
bomb and fucking blow up the A2. Easy game.
Yeah,
Yeah, at least you can kill the A1 though. Takes
Yeah, the
an hour
A1's
to kill the A2.
stupid easy to kill.
Yeah, the A1's just paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely designed to get in, drop its load, and get the fuck out.
But how are you gonna get in?
It's way too slow.
Yeah.
It's supposed to get and maybe bump, but not get in. Just get and bump.
Get like you're the bomb in this scenario. Like you get in and you are turned into a bomb because you're not getting in.
Yeah.
It's
kamikaze.
It's too much with the A2s because there's been too many that show up and there's just like, well, there's nothing we can do right now.
Well, here's one problem with the A2.
Shooting the bomb shouldn't really be the countermeasure for an A2. You know what I mean?
Here's the one problem with the A2 is they everyone fucking has one because the money dupes and like just they didn't wipe in like how many patches, so like every fucking person has an A2 and like they don't actually intend on doing anything but just like suicide bombing in with the A2. You know what I mean? Like if it's used tactically in a group where they like you're fighting over Jumptown and they get the A2 in and everyone's like, oh. Well, look, here's the other counter for an A2. Fucking hit it with an Eclipse, and it's over. You know what I mean? Like, that's a counter. Just size 9
the only
fucking
problem
thing.
is those fucking flares
Yeah.
work so goddamn well for the size of that thing.
It has so
Yeah,
many
but
flares.
I spent some time in the
And then we need
Eclipse, and
jetpacks.
when I mean time, like I like a couple hours. And it was surprisingly not too hard to skill shot with that thing. The problem is that the bomb is so fucking slow that all the A2 has to do is accelerate.
Yeah, they slowed down the torps like mega like a couple patches ago, didn't they?
What is it, 500?
Yeah, 500.
Or is there one that does 7?
No, I think the fastest is like
500 is the
5.
fast one.
Oh,
The
so
slow
if
one
you're-
does 250.
Jeez, yeah.
That's why like
If
it's
you're an
only
A2
really
pilot,
good in
you just
app.
drop the bomb going like 550 and you're probably all right.
So if that's the case, then how
Okay, now
beneficial is
527 is the fastest one, which is the infrared, which works like shit.
I know
The
you're gonna.
best-
I know you're gonna say something too, Light, but with the master modes and everything being slowed down, they will be more effective.
They
Yeah,
will.
absolutely.
They will be.
You have
to
to
an
thrust
extent.
away from the bomb. Like,
The only way to fucking kill an A2 with an Eclipse is to dumbfire it.
Yep.
Yeah, there's too many countermeasures on the fucking thing.
When it drops countermeasures, it doesn't just drop like 3, it drops like 70.
Yeah.
And then I'm asking them like, how many does that have? And they're like, oh, dude, we're never gonna run out. I'm
120.
Like, nice,
Yeah,
dude.
it's like
Yeah, okay,
you
yeah.
don't run out.
what were you gonna say though, Light?
No, like I'm excited for the players because I have an upgrade token, so I'll probably melt one of the hammerheads for, or not melt, but upgrade it.
How much is a Polaris?
It's like 750.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not. I guarantee you it's going to go up whenever it does come
Oh,
out.
100%. That's why I have my upgrade waiting. And during IAE, I'm gonna bridge the gap in my CCU chain and fucking upgrade my. I have a reclaimer that's going to a Polaris, and I plan to spend like $100 to do it.
I've got quite a bit of credits, so I wonder I might get an upgrade token to one this IE.
Yeah, I just bought the Petty Scout just to fuck around with it for a little bit, and I'll probably use that in IE for the LTI token.
So the
have any
bomb
referrals?
targeting HUD is so fucking bullshit on the A1 right now.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's just broke.
You want to know something funny?
Yeah,
with
they
the
copy
A1?
pasted the A2 one and they broke the A2 one, so what it has.
If you are VTOLing with the A1 and you stop, you're releasing a bomb, it will launch it into the A1, killing you.
It's good to know.
It's a cool move.
But if you were to, like, rotate horizontally, you can actually throw it at a target.
Yeah, they drop so slow. They drop so fucking slow, man. Like,
Yeah, I didn't look at that. Are they like this exact same speed as the A2 bombs?
They're a little bit faster, but not by much.
it's so bad. Like, if you drop more than one bomb at a time, like, you're just wasting bombs.
Yeah, everybody was so upset seeing it during the about them dropping like fucking 5 bombs in the matter of like 2 seconds.
But like, that's what it's supposed to do.
It's supposed to, yeah. Everybody was so upset seeing it because it doesn't actually do that right now.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'll fix that.
They need to fix the targeting, and I really think they need to change the bomb drop.
Prep time of the drops.
I only could get the transportation or the exploration Zeus.
Overshot like
Not
crazy
sure.
there.
I think I'm gonna wait. I almost bought the damn thing. Well, someone's gonna get the bounty one, and it's only for Heart War Bond, right? You can't buy it store credit.
No, you can buy store credit. It has a 10-year instead of LTI.
Okay, here's the thing. I think maybe we're all retarded. I think they might have just changed the bombing HUD.
I don't know. I wasn't having an issue with getting my bombs.
See how I got it right now? I think I have it where like this is how the HUD's supposed to work.
Okay, I just tested it. You can like set it when you do like a drive-by, and then you can come back and it'll stay. But I don't know if it actually works properly that way.
Yeah, you used to be able to set it from like kilometers away. Though.
Right.
Yeah.
So I had to do like a drive-by in it to set it, and then I swung back around.
I just
like you can go a pretty good distance before it goes away.
I think I just figured it out. I think I just figured out the bombing HUD. I don't think it's broken. It's just totally different. You can set one circle. Yeah, right there. I got it working. I got
mine working. You just use the circle. If you want more precision bombing, then you line the 2 circles up. But if you get it within 1,000 feet or 1,000 meters, whatever it is, and it'll land wherever your circle is.
The red one.
So like,
yep.
I don't know if you guys are looking at this. Am I still sharing my screen?
Yeah.
So like, let me get this
My
lined
mic
up. Yeah, it is. So you have to move. Yeah, look. You see how I had it just going there? Wait, let me get moving in the right direction. Yeah, look. Yeah, green circle and green circle, red on green, boom. That's so like to get it. See how there's like a new targeting HUD with the 2 lines and the circle in the middle, like
right.
It's just different than it used to be.
The A2 used to have that circle.
Yeah, the last time I did an A2, it had that same thing.
Yeah, and then they took it away, and you just had to aim with the red circle.
Oh, okay.
And then
That may be
they like
why.
added it back. But it used to work better. Like the A2 definitely worked better.
Yeah, it used to work better, but like I feel like to make the A2 less just any idiot gets in an A2 and can ruin everyone's day, they're trying to make the targeting HUD more complicated, so you have to be like a master bomber.
Oh, you know what the issue is, right?
Skill issue.
Oh, that's wrong, Biden. Don't do that.
You think I should get rid of the Hornet for for the.
I'll be back.
If you're keeping the F8, you don't really need.
All right, guys, I'm gonna end the stream here. One, I think the woman wants to watch a movie. I didn't realize it's after 10, but also might stream the Citizencon stuff tomorrow. I might just watch it myself. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do.